do this at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Settle Down Podcast. This is episode 11. We are finally back after spring break. Missed you guys. And we're back on the live stream. Huge.
It's the pod, man.
Yeah.
It's the pod live.
So, with that being said, Cody, kick us off.
Today we got a guest, the homie David Galli. Galli, how we doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic. We're absolutely buzzing today. So, yeah, you know the vibes. I'm stoked to be on here. I really appreciate you guys having me on here.
For being on, I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
We all appreciate it. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. So yeah, how was your week, man? How's your week been so far?
It's been good. Been working a lot lately. Not gonna lie. Like probably out of the past 60 days, probably had like 3 or 4 days off.
Damn.
But we've been in the busy season for both hockey, basketball, fights, everything under the sun at the Idaho Central Arena. So this week's been pretty good though.
Give our listeners what like your title or like what.
Oh yeah. For
Give a
anyone
little
who's
recap.
listening out here, I'm the director of game operations for the Idaho Steelheads, and executive producer for Front Street Fights. And then I help out with all the basketball stuff there. So Big Sky Championships come there, as well as some high school regional tournaments come there for 4A and 5A for women's and men's. So yeah, that happened in February. That was really interesting just to run all of that. But yeah, I mean, shit, I've been very busy with that lately. But I mean, this week alone, just to start out, I mean, yeah, I love this week so far. I mean, we had a really kick-ass game yesterday. 6-0 against Kansas City. Kansas City is second in our division. I think we have a 45-point gap in our division from first to second.
Oh,
What?
So
45 points?
yeah, Steelheads are an absolute wagon this year. Like,
What about like overall, like in the
ECHL.
ECHL? Like where's one Steelheads? Where's two?
so the Steelheads, shit, we could pull up fucking league standings right now, but I think the Steelheads have a 10-point gap, so a 5-game gap between 1 and 2. So basically, we have the regular season title cup if we sweep this week. Tomorrow, if we win and Cincinnati Cyclones lose, we win. So we're basically going to do a little ceremony after the game tomorrow, or if it's on Saturday. Just, showing that our fucking team won the regular season title. So that will be pretty sweet if that happens. Like I said, the Steelheads have been absolutely killing it this year. It's been
What's their
very.
record? They only have like 10 losses.
Dude, we're
right?
I just pulled up the record. I was just going to say 52-9.
I know,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
9
so-
fucking losses. That's crazy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we are. I mean, the Steelheads, that team is very special. I've heard from a lot of longtime fans. I mean, I've only been in the Boise area for 6 years, but I've heard from a lot of longtime fans that it's like one of their best teams they've ever put out. And they've been very entertaining to watch. I mean, I've been watching and playing hockey my whole life, so it's something really cool to see how special this team is. And I mean, the whole city of Boise loves going to those games. I mean, it's an absolute kick-ass time to go to those games. But I mean, I'm very blessed to be in this position that I am, like as a director level role as 23-year-old. And like not only that, but be working for such an amazing organization like the Steelheads. I mean, they've been around for 25 years. This year's their 25th anniversary, so it's very cool. Like this week just alone, though, I mean, last night, holy shit, it was a really cool game. Adam Scheel made probably the save of the year for the whole league.
Really? What happened?
Oh, really? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to say it was his 6th or 7th shutout last night. I mean, he's been standing on his head. Yeah. And he's an absolute cool guy too.
What was that save of the year?
Dude, so the save of the year, oh shit, dude. It was a shot from like the lower slot from the left going into the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Probably blockered it away, and then someone got the rebound. He saved that. So it was 2 saves, like really good back to back. And then there was a perfect pass too. I'm not going to lie. The Kansas City player had an absolute beauty of a pass. It was a backhand pass right to the point, just right on someone's tape, teed up perfect for a 1-tee. This guy fucking ripped a slap shot, probably, center to the right of the goal, and it was going in, and Scheel was out of the crease, dove across like a fucking shortstop, just snagged that thing. And honestly, like, goals get loud in that arena, and it was just as loud of a goal, if not louder. I haven't seen a standing ovation like that for a save ever in my life, and I haven't, honestly, like, I've only seen a handful of saves like that in my life.
Sick.
That's
so
crazy.
it's really cool to witness that. And I mean, like every night it's something new. I mean, I get to witness whether it's fights, goals, I mean, drama. I mean, since I've been there, I think they've lost 1 or 2 games.
That's wild.
So
losing only 9 games all season is ridiculous.
Well, yeah, they've only lost 3 games at home. So at home, I think we're like
how many
30. Yeah, I think
have
our
you beat, like the all-time record.
So we shattered our franchise record. We shattered our home winning streak record. Like you said, it was 26, I think. And then I believe we're 4 wins away, so 8 points away from breaking the all-time ECHL team record.
How many games are left?
I believe we have 8 games left. So we have 2. We have 2 this week still. So Friday and Saturday. Then we have 3 next week. So 5, and then 3 the week after.
Yeah.
So
it's looking likely that you guys are going to beat it.
So yeah, I think 4 or 5 wins. Yeah, check this out. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I'd spin chiplets and all that.
Ooh, my God, that was a snap.
Watch the other angle right here. My boy Tyler Kendrick Creations caught this angle. It was absolute beauty of a save.
What a shot, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, this better make SportsCenter top 10.
For real,
I was
for
like,
real.
after I saw that, I'm like, that is
You're submitting it at work.
Insane
That's
that
funny, man.
he was able to snag that. And, like, honestly, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm absolutely blessed to be working in this field for this organization, especially this year in this team. Like, you see stuff amazing every night. I mean, shit, we're on a 10-game win streak right now. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. So, really excited for tomorrow. Friday night's going to be awesome. Saturday night's going to be awesome.
What are playoffs looking like?
Playoffs. So, we got first-round schedules coming out 19th and 21st.
Okay.
Are our first games 1 and games 2. We should, I mean, if we make a long run, we should be at home for the majority of those series. And honestly, who we're playing is totally up in the air. Like, I don't know if you saw in those standings, the top 4 make it in the division, and basically, like, there is, I think, a 2 or 3 point gap between 2 to 4 spots right now. So, like, we could play the 4 spot, or we could play Kansas City, who's in the 2nd spot, but beat Kansas City 6-0 in their second place. So, I mean, but don't get me wrong. I mean, Utah, Rapid City, they have really solid teams too. I mean, it's and I mean, even in the ECHL, it's AA hockey. It's not, you know, right below the NHL, but we do have a lot of draft picks that are playing, and we have some really, like, high speed college players playing and junior players. Yeah, and
It's probably the best goaltending, 1, 2, and 3 you can have.
I think, well, I mean, shit, we started out with Jake Kupski. Kupski got called up to the Barracudas, or signed with the Barracudas, San Jose's farm league. And then we had Remy Poirier, and he was probably, I mean, arguably our one. He still swapped out with Shield for a while, but Remy was amazing. I mean, he won Goalie of the Month twice, which is, like, pretty amazing to do twice. Twice in a row.
On the video?
That was Shield. So I haven't even got the Shield yet.
That's your third string goalie?
I mean, sorta. I mean, he's playing
at the start of the year.
I mean, like I said, he has 6 or 7 shutouts. I mean, like I said, our goalie depth is unbelievable. I mean,
that's wild.
I mean,
Called up for a few AHL games in the season. I saw for like 2, but he dressed.
no. So, anyways, Remy got called up about a month ago, and he's been up playing in Texas for a while, and they, he's been doing good. I think they like him a lot. I don't. Really.
No answer back, but kind of
assumed that I mean, wasn't gonna get an answer back. Maybe not even at least until like the summer when hockey's completely over.
No, Remy's a dope dude too, and I think he's young. I think he's like 21 or 22. Yeah, he's from Quebec.
Do you get to know a lot of these guys?
Yeah, a decent amount.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's my first year too, so like I don't have too much of a reputation within the organization too much. But yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm a hockey player. I love hockey. I love talking to them. So any chance I get, definitely we'll be able to talk to them. And like I said, I'm pretty good friends with Adam Shield. I see him around the rink all the time. Say what's up. Sometimes I'll see him out around on the town. Whether that's on a Friday or Saturday night somewhere. Nick Canade, he's a really cool guy. He's one of our defensemen. And then also, like, AJ White's such a stand-up dude. He's been with the Steelheads for, I think, 10 years. He's our captain.
He's like 34 years old.
Yeah, and I think he's also, like, an assistant coach player. Like, he's the captain.
He's been bouncing around the ECHL. I looked at his history.
Yeah.
BioBlast.
He's been in the ECHL pretty much, like, his whole career, but then he he got called up for a few games in the ECHL, and then now he's been with the Steelheads, I think, for the past few seasons.
Yeah,
You said for 10
yeah,
years?
yeah.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
I
he's
think
with the Allen Americans
so.
before
He
that.
bounced to Utah, I
Yeah,
think,
Utah
when the
too.
COVID season happened. So the COVID season happened. Steelheads didn't play. A bunch of their players played elsewhere, but then he came back to us.
Yeah.
AJ White's such an awesome dude,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That's
And
so-
I mean, all of
Veteran
them.
dude,
Honestly,
veteran
like
guy.
I do get to know them, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like I don't want to be too much of a fanboy, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I could definitely if I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to,
yeah.
but like I want to give them their space, and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
of course.
get fanboyed enough. So
They got to
Oh,
do
yeah.
they're-
their job, and you got to do yours.
yeah, they're
Like,
awesome people. I mean, I went on a school visit with like Ryan Domowski and oh my gosh, why am I blanking on Zach Walker? Zach Walker's such a like famous dude around the city because he grew up in Boise. He's the first Steelhead to be from Boise
Really?
to play for the Steelheads. I think one of the first. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, he is so cool. I mean, the crowd cheers very loud for Zach Walker whenever he's on the starting lineup, whenever he's scoring. I mean, he's a great player. He makes big hits, gets in fights, drop the gloves. But he's also such a good guy off the ice.
Oh, yeah.
He really knows like how much the Steelheads are to the community. So, yeah, like I said, when I went on that school visit with Ryan Domowski and Zach Walker, probably a month or two ago. Holy shit! Time's been going by fast, but it was really cool to see just like impact they have on the community. But not only that, like how cool people they are. Because I feel like
School visit?
some sports.
What do you mean by that?
Some sports,
Some guys can
they
be
might not like that as
Yeah.
much, but
Yeah.
these guys were absolutely loving it, and the kids were loving it too. They would just go there and read to them,
Gotcha.
hang
That's actually
out
really
with them.
cool,
Sometimes
yeah.
we'll play,
community
like
event.
floor
I think that's
hockey
the
or
Yeah,
cool
that's
thing
something.
about hockey, though, is most hockey guys are pretty nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Outside of
100%.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, I think it's
100%.
cool, like how much you talk them up and how like they're good people because you don't win that many games or you're not that good as a team if you don't have a good group of guys like that.
Pretty
like,
humble squad, too.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you gotta have
100%.
that in order to make a run like they're doing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very amazing, and I think they're getting a lot of recognition around the city of
100%,
Boise,
yeah.
state of Idaho.
People
I mean,
are rallying
even the
around, dude.
ECHL too.
So
And
during
that
the games-
that save was unbelievable too.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that's
cool to
what-
get
that's
that
not-
exposure
you don't
out
see
there.
that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see that often.
Yeah.
During the games, where do you sit?
So I sit directly above the benches on the second level,
Okay.
right above section 202 in the I guess it's the production booth. So the radio announcers sit there, and then the whole production team I work with,
Yeah.
production manager and I kind of have a whole team of production assistants, and
Oh, yeah.
we run the game, with audio, lighting. We have a jumbotron system that's called a motion rocket.
Guy out there. With the
And then
microphone.
we got
Yeah.
Sean out there.
yeah, so we got a PA announcer, and then you got me. So I kind of direct the whole thing. I make scripts for, I mean, shit, if we really want to get into my job, I mean, I make scripts for all sorts of stuff, whether that's like for the arena, the whole arena, I run stand-up meetings and kind of tell people what we're going to be doing for these games, whether it's promotion, concourse stuff, on the ice stuff, pre-game stuff, post-game stuff. But also on top of that, I make scripts for the whole production team. So like the production team needs to know what we're doing almost every minute,
Yeah.
if not for the timeouts at least. But especially in the intermissions, it goes minute, if not 30 seconds,
Yeah,
20
makes
seconds.
sense.
So, excuse me. But it's such an amazing job doing that, and just like kind of formulating all of that and working with some of the biggest sponsors of the Steelheads is really cool to just like do all that. And like I said, like I'm absolutely blessed to be part of an organization that's as professional as the Steelheads. I mean, I've had people who used to work for the Steelheads tell me it's an NHL caliber organization, but it's in the ECHL. And obviously, Boise's small. Their arena is a little bit smaller, but
Oh, yeah.
I think if we had a bigger arena, they'd be in the AHL by
oh, yeah.
now.
Awesome.
I mean, our fan
Big time.
base
Just like
is
that level of professionalism.
yeah,
that
our
they
fan base is just
give.
unfucking believable.
Boise's so rapid growing, too.
Yeah,
When Seattle was going to be a team, they talked about
Yeah.
Seattle being their AHL team.
yeah, 100%.
That
I
was
know
sick.
some NHL teams have pursued us to have their ECHL team or their AHL team.
That would be awesome. That would literally bump up so much
Yeah,
exposure, more fans.
100%,
It would be
100%.
really good
But
for
I
the
know there was like some issues with like our arena, like why
Yeah.
we didn't go AHL. So I think you have to have two Zambonis, which our Zam doors aren't, or our Zam entrance isn't big enough for that. And then we also had a
Damn.
training facility too, like attached to the arena, which we didn't have that.
Just sucks 'cause
And then
it's under
also
the
our
hotel.
capacity. Our capacity is just like
Oh, that
at
makes
most
sense.
we can
Fit.
pack like 52, 5,300 at
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
Like I mean, shit, maybe
That's
a little bit
pushing it.
more, but like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
even
That's-
pushing it.
that's-
I think we
yeah.
have like 5,000 seats
Yeah.
like capped. So
But that's the cool thing. You're right there. Like when we went to the game, you
Yeah.
could hear everything that these
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were saying on the ice.
Even
at
You
the
heard
second
them
level.
cussing out
Yeah.
the ref, like one guy
Yeah.
like,
Really?
fuck you, oh, shit. One other guy's like shaking his gloves, and another dude's going, "Oh, pussy!" Like you hear all of it. Like it was.
no, there's
Like,
not a bad seat in there
Yeah,
at
no,
all. At
definitely
all.
not.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy because like I've been to so many sporting events where it's like, oh, I wish I was closer or whatever. I have never been to that stadium and not felt like I was like in the action.
No, it's
you know
cool.
what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean? Like
That's the
I will
Totally.
say there is one seat when you probably know where it is. When it's like that seat where you're sitting and the guardrail's like right in your face, and the people, I forget what section it is. It's like right underneath. What beer bottle is that?
Oh, the Sam Adams bottle,
Yeah,
dude.
right?
So I have the fucking little lever for that, and I rip it. I'm controlling that thing the whole game.
whenever it goes off,
Yeah.
that's
That's
Galli.
sick.
It's
That's
a good
Galli.
time, yeah.
That's
I'm just
sick.
like, fuck. Sometimes I fuck around with it, dude. Like, not gonna lie, I've messed up and forgot to turn it off, and one of my production assistants like, Galli or dude. For some reason, my production team calls me Cadillac Dave. Don't get me. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why.
That is
Not
a
really
story.
sure why. Yeah, like I've gotten announced on the ice as Cadillac Dave's or
shot.
Two Phones Dave because I have two phones. And like, dude, either way, yeah, like it's hilarious. But
David Gates.
but yeah, no, that bottle's a great time. But yeah, I've left it on during play, and I'll get like, hey, fucking turn that bottle off. I'm like, oh shit, it's on.
What's the
during
best
play.
chirp you've heard?
Best chirp I've
Yeah.
heard? Oh my gosh, like ever, like
Oh, yeah.
shit. Like when I was playing hockey one time, I think it was like when I was like a peewee or bantam maybe. Oh, I shouldn't say some of the chirps
Yeah.
on here, but the best one that's like PG.
Yeah.
You can
Some
say
kid
live.
some kid on our hockey team had a bubble. We all were wearing cages. There was one kid on our team with a bubble, and the other team had all cages. And he's like, hey, fucking 27. His name is Jovial. Hey, 27 Jovial. You find fucking Nemo in your fucking bubble cage. Said some shit like that, and it's hilarious, bro.
That's
Especially as a peewee or
Oh,
bantam.
man.
Dude,
Bro.
hockey chirps are
Um,
funny. Sometimes I'll listen to the mic'd up videos and I'm like, dude, this shit's hilarious. It's just so simple. Like some
Yeah.
guys like go dye your hair and like
Oh,
you look at a
totally.
picture and it's just he has all red.
And that's the thing.
It's just simple like that. Like it's just so
Dude,
funny.
that's the thing. Like, fuck, in my beer league game a couple weeks ago, like semifinals, some guy was getting so heated, and I told him to chill out, and he like got in my face, do something about it, you fucking pussy. I was fucking like, I laugh at people and they get so pissed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's hilarious, dude.
Over hockey too, bro. Like
Oh,
an
over
adult
beer league
league,
hockey,
bro?
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, people get heated over
That's
beer league
funny.
Guys
hockey.
get
It's
pissed off at the
hilarious.
fucking pickup that we
Yeah,
go to
dude,
at
same
6
the other
a.m.
day, bro.
Yo, same with fucking softball, like
I mean,
all
you
adult league
guys-
shit.
I wasn't angry. Like I let it go, but like he the old guy grabbed my
not
stick
me.
and he just
No
There's a
shit.
difference. There's a
Just
difference
going like
between
this.
being
No
pissed off
shit.
and then actually fighting.
I wasn't
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
Like I was
That
standing
dude
away.
fighting
I
on the
didn't-
ice was like, dude,
Yeah, there
really,
was two
man?
guys
Like,
that fought.
come on,
we went
bro.
to a pickup game. These two
No
guys
shit.
They had beef like for a while.
for a
just
really
been
long
stirring,
time.
Yeah.
And they finally just were chirping on the ice at each other. And
Yeah.
this one guy, he claims to be an A player, but they're like no really is A level.
Yeah.
And he's not A. Like
No,
He's not.
no.
he's
Um,
mid at best.
But they were just like shit talking each other, and eventually they just throw a cross check at each other, and then just start going after it. And then the live barn picked it up, and Pat, one of the kids.
Did they? Okay.
No way.
Did they drop the gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
at a pickup game?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
right
yeah,
in the
bro.
No
bench. He was
fucking
sick.
way.
Cross-check him, and then
They
and
just
he
got
didn't
close,
fall.
and like everyone knew what was about to happen. We all
Yeah.
stopped, and then it just was. I just stood back. And I'm like, they got to beef it.
I'm not gonna lie, the smaller dude kind of got he got him good. Like he
At that
grabbed him,
point,
gave
though,
him
you
two
kind of just have
uppercuts,
to like
did.
and
No
then
let them
shit.
They
be.
both had bloody teeth.
Like let
after.
them fight it out.
And then one of these younger guys that we played, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He accidentally snitched, kind of, because he
What?
like went into the.
He did it on purpose,
he-
kind of.
He said he kind of did it on accident, like it slipped out, like
Yeah.
the way he said it.
Why did he snitch?
Well, he went into the pro shop,
He was
and
talking
Pat,
to-
he was talking to Pat.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yeah, man, like, did you see those two guys just fucking go at it the other night? It was crazy." Like he was like talking like he was like talking to one of us, but he was talking to the guy that
Yeah.
runs the shit.
Did they
He
get
has
banned?
No other, He has no
They
other
got
choice.
suspended. They didn't get banned.
Yeah.
They probably.
They got suspended
Suspended?
only?
One guy's
Wow,
living in LA,
that's
so it doesn't
only.
matter, but the other kid,
Dude,
like, I'm not a fan.
I like honestly,
one?
I'm surprised they only got
I'm not gonna say
suspended.
his name, but I'm just not a huge fan.
Not the
How
one
do you
with
know
the
how
shorter
long
one?
they got suspended for?
I have no idea.
It's gotta be for
I just
at least
haven't
a
seen
month or
them.
two.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
them since that night. They
Dude,
haven't
like
been
yeah,
there
like
since.
honestly,
were-
like I had some like coaches growing up, like for my teams, and they're like, yeah, I got suspended for the rest of the year because I got in a fight, like drop the gloves in a beer
Wait,
league game.
beer
And I'm
league,
like,
like
a beer league game,
Are you
yeah.
allowed to hit in there?
No, not really. Like, there's some like
guys will get a little
contact.
chippy.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the pickup.
Dude, I got a fucking cross check to the face a couple games ago, and it hurt. I thought I lost some teeth. And then, like, last game,
You have a
our
visor
chipper
or you have
game.
a cage?
Yeah, I have a visor. Last game, I got a freaking. Luckily, it wasn't like a slap shot or a shot to the face, but I
Oh,
got
hell
like
no.
a puck to the face. Like, some defenseman was just like skating backwards and then fucking tried to flip it out of his zone and just nailed me right in the
Damn.
face. And I was like, oh,
That
God.
felt good, eh?
And then I'm like, okay, I'm not bleeding. Didn't lose any teeth. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking my lip hurts still from it, though.
Really?
Damn,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so what'd you play when you were younger? In like Pee Wee?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, where'd you play? Like, with
Oh, where did I play? So I played in Bozeman, Montana. I grew up in Bozeman, Montana, born and raised. Honestly, I fucking starting out playing hockey was such a crazy story. Like, my big brother never played. My dad never played. My uncle was a ref for like the junior teams around Montana and the Northwest, and he loved hockey. But honestly, like, I don't know if it was my mom or who it was, but they didn't really get me or Mike, my big brother, into contact sports. But either way, like, I was 6 or 7 at the time, but she did get me into skating lessons. And I remember skating lessons, I went to like 2 days of them because by the second day I just like picked it up naturally. I think it was because I skied so much.
Oh, yeah.
They grew up, they put us on, my parents put me on skis when I was like 2 years old. So
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah, I don't even remember the first
Just
time
a
I
prodigy?
skied. Yeah, I mean,
You're like the
fucking,
Tiger Woods of skiing.
no, fuck no, fuck
In
no.
the flesh.
I'm a
David
dust,
Galli.
bro. Not gonna lie, skiing comes easy to me, but like I'm dust at skiing. I can't really flip or like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hit 3. I can hit a 3, but not 3s on like command. I know some people in Bozeman that are like raw, that are
Huh.
like fucking double backing cliffs and shit. I mean,
Oh,
it's
hell
like
no.
Bozeman's like honestly such a good place to go if you love skiing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like people say they come to Boise because they love skiing, and I'm like, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Like,
Yeah, I know.
you could go to Salt Lake City, which
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
god, they have Alta, Snowbird, all those
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
beautiful
Oh, yeah.
resorts. Or you could go to Bozeman where they got Big Sky and Bridger,
Mhm.
or fucking Colorado. I mean, there's so many other places
Yeah.
besides Boise.
Boise.
Don't get me
Colorado,
wrong,
yeah.
I love Bogus.
Yeah.
Bogus is one of my favorite fucking places. It's one of the best bars in Boise too. Not gonna lie, best
Really?
bars in Boise, Bogus,
Oh wow.
the river. I know Steelheads, fucking I know Central Arena, and
Shout
this is not when I was working, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Roddy's, I'd say Roddy's up there.
Yeah,
dude.
that's fair.
Fucking-
Solid list.
The river. What is that?
Where's the river?
The river?
We
You
don't-
guys ever fucking float the river?
Oh.
Oh,
The river.
oh.
You guys ever go skiing and drink? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to
Oh,
say
I
that.
went over all
It's
of
not
that.
like an
Yeah.
actual bar called
Oh,
Bogus
man,
Basin
bro.
or the river.
There's
Well,
bars,
it would
like-
make sense though here, like
That's
bar
a fat
being
L
the
on our
river,
part.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
I
being a
I was like,
dumbass right
no,
there,
I,
too.
no, I was just like, man, like fuck, that sounds like
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, going back to the fucking Montana shit. Yeah, I think I picked up skating so easily because of skiing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like
It's all edge
flew
work. Yeah.
flew the fuck through lessons, and like basically I got to the like highest lesson, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So then I just started skating around in circles, and then I found a hockey stick in my like basement. I don't know how it showed up there, it just was there. So I started fucking around at this Bogart Park and then Southside Park, and we just go and play pickup there. And then my uncle started bringing me to like shinnies, these like adult stick and pucks in Bozeman. And then the next year I was on a squirt B team. So I started when I was a squirt.
Squirt.
Yeah. Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's what they call it. That's the fucking level of
You
fucking play.
squid.
Yeah, so started in squirt hockey, squirt B, squirt A, and went up to fucking Pee-wees. I was in the Pee-wee year where you could hit, and then they took away hitting for second year
Wait, are
Pee-wees.
you a 99 or 2000?
Yeah, I'm a 99.
Okay, that's fine.
And then, yeah, I mean, played all throughout high school. I'm fucking probably could have played juniors, like an NA3, but I wasn't really, I was kind of trying to go to college instead.
Yeah.
Spend 3 years
I was
in
gonna ask.
juniors.
So why did you go to Boise State?
Oof. Honestly, like, Bozeman's so sweet, and I love Montana State. Like I said, I was talking to you guys earlier, I can't really, it's hard for me to cheer for a college I didn't go to. Like, shout out Sioux, University of North Dakota. But I don't, I definitely don't cheer for them in anything but hockey. Because I used to go to hockey camps here. But either way, I went to Boise State because, like, honestly, I grew up in Bozeman. Montana State's there. It's an awesome college town. I did get Wooey here too, so it made it the same price as MSU. And I was like, fuck it, dude. Why not try something new? I had some friends that were coming here from Bozeman High too that were really sweet. Hannah Cape and Dixon Keegan. Dixon went away after a year, but and then also I met one of my best friends, Dawson Tedesco. He's from Helena. He got paired randomly with us. Out of anyone we could have got randomly paired with, we got paired with
That's
another
kinda
Montana
crazy.
kid.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, and fucking this is the funniest shit about this. So, and then obviously I did a visit at Boise State, and I was like, this is a sweet campus.
Oh, yeah.
I also knew like Nate Walker, Cy D'Agostino, a few other Bozeman boys like Max Westfall too, and they told me Boise State, like, come here, definitely come here over Montana State or
Yeah,
like
that's
anywhere else. And like I don't know, I didn't get Wooey. I don't think like anywhere else. I don't think my ACT score was high enough, but I mean, I was totally complacent with Boise. I mean, I loved it here. I mean, when I visited, but where the fuck was? Oh yeah, dude, for our housing situation, it was fucked. We were in Sawtooth originally, and my fucking dumbass. Don't get me wrong, I love Dixon, but he was being a dumbass. Forgot to submit his housing application, and they let us know on the last day, and we were like, fuck. And literally, only Towers was left, and we were 7th floor Towers. And it was fun though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was a good time, but yeah, dude, Towers, Boise State was tough for a little bit. But we made the best of it. And honestly, some of my best friends still to this day are from Towers. I've gone skydiving with some of them, and I mean to Europe with some of them. I mean, fucking all sorts of shit. I mean, I really do cherish my friends from Towers, cherish my time there. It's kind of a shithole of a building, but produces some good talent for sure.
I've heard
Some
that,
good talent.
Yeah, in all perspectives, whatever the fuck you want to take that as.
Like the acre
girls
of Boise
or
State.
boys, all around.
good talent. It's like the building itself is dog shit, and like living there is terrible. But I've only heard good things about the people that come out of it. It's you come out and they're like, oh yeah, these are my best friends. Like I will literally.
It
die
makes
for
you
these
stronger.
people. Yeah, no,
This shit show makes you stronger.
No, literally.
Well,
But
it's
it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, living in a shithole, like just together makes it. I don't know, makes it better.
Some
I lived-
camaraderie.
Sure.
I lived in Towers the second semester.
Yeah, dude. That story's wild too.
I don't even know what floor I was on. I think I was on 5. I did not live there at all. I lived with my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
Where was
One
she?
whole time. She was in Taylor with us.
That's right.
Well, down the she was in B wing. I actually went there today. I had to drop off meals today.
Really?
And I went to Taylor.
A little
to drop off
nostalgic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny. But yeah.
Yeah, no, Towers is interesting. I have some fucking crazy stories about
Oh,
Do you have
Towers,
any
dude. but-
haunted stories?
Oh, so actually, holy shit! You know how everyone is like, "Oh, it's haunted." Someone jumped out of the fucking 7th floor.
Oh, no.
We were allegedly right next to the room, like, so we were in A702, and it happened in A704. So we were,
Somebody that lived there.
and so how Towers works is you like walk straight in, and there's a room on the left, room on the right,
Yeah.
or room on the right, room on the left. And we were on the room on the right. And I guess the person in A704 that killed themselves was on the left. So we were directly bordering it.
Yeah.
We didn't give a fuck, though. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
The one thing I complained the most about there is geese would sleep on the fucking roof and start quacking at like 5:30 in the morning. And what the fuck are you going to do about that? Tell them to shut the fuck
Yeah.
up?
A BB gun?
Like, yeah, but like, how the fuck are you getting on the roof?
Some snipers.
How the fuck are you gonna get on the roof?
exactly.
And then also like, I mean, yeah. Either way, it was just that was the biggest pain in the ass about it. I would like fucking be yelling about this shit some mornings, like fuck these geese
Yeah,
up
that's
here,
fair.
dude.
Wait, so did
But-
anything happen with like the alleged ghost there or no?
No, honestly, like, some people made some shit up and said that
Yeah.
they did, but like I never heard anything. We knew the people that lived over in the room next to them. I'm not gonna say names, but they're fucking weird as fuck. Not gonna lie. Like one of the chicks was normal, not gonna lie, and then the other one was like had a lot of different new people up a lot of the times.
And you share
Oh,
the-
Jesus.
And a lot of them
So
were
she was
like
just making it up for
super
attention?
sketch too. Like
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
seeing her at like some other apartment or dorm after a football game, and like she was with some like guys, and they came up. I started talking with them, bullshitting with them. I talk with everyone. I'm drunk, and like one of them pulled out a gun, and was like showing me it. And, like I know a lot about guns, so like he was showing me all like what caliber it was and fucking what model of pistol he had and shit. I was like, damn. And then like the next day, I was like, huh.
That probably wasn't normal.
Probably wasn't. It's probably
Yeah.
these people are probably not the coolest that are coming up right next to my dorm.
Yeah.
But
Sheesh.
I mean, that was fucking. I guess that's towers for your any
Yeah.
college dorm. To be honest, there's always wild shit like that
Yeah, that's
going
fair.
on. But yeah, towers is a good time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Boise State. And then tell us how you got the job with Steelheads.
Oof. I mean, honestly, it was a little bit of luck. It was a little bit of experience in the past too. I mean, I was an intern for them when I was a sophomore in college, so their 2019-20 season. And yeah, I was game operations intern. I literally just was like, I want an internship, or I'm gonna try my hardest to try to like get in with the Steelheads. So, emailed. I want to say the general manager at the time, Steven Anderson, and he forwarded me on to Brett Countryman, who was the game operations director at the time, and he just had me in for an interview. I told him, you know, I love hockey. I really want to do this, and like whatever I can help out with, whether it's an internship this year or next year or whatever, like I want to be there, and hired me like that. And don't get me wrong, it's not like hired. It's unpaid internship. It's nothing too fucking crazy. But went there, and one day I was probably like worked there for like a month and a half ish. It's a good time though. Everyone was seniors and I was a sophomore, so I was kind of like the youngin' of the intern group. And then one day they like fired their mascot, like let go of their mascot, or like, quit or something. And they like asked me like, hey, can you like hop on skates tonight and be mascot, be blue? And I was like, fuck it, sure. So like I did blue, and I did well that night, and just continued doing it for the rest of the season.
No fucking
That
way.
season, and made. I mean,
That's so cool.
the difference was like, don't get me wrong, it's an interesting job being a mascot. It's a great time, especially being Blue the Bear. I mean, I love being Blue the Bear, but I got paid to do it rather than going there and not getting paid. But obviously, like I had to go out and do stuff rather than being the intern. I mean, you don't have to do as much. Don't get me wrong, they're very crucial, and they definitely helped me out through the game, and I helped out throughout the game. But it was nothing like, I mean, mascot, it's like, very part of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, did that, and then a couple years went by. I mean, COVID happened, so they canceled that season, the playoffs that season. And then the next year, they canceled the whole season. So, like, my junior year, I didn't even get an opportunity to, like, go back there. I would have gone back there. And then senior year came around, and I was like, I'm kind of trying to focus on getting a job more than like an internship. And I also had a lot of money from Alaska for commercial fishing at the time. So I was like living off that, paying tuition and rent off of that. So either way, didn't do it my senior year, but then I did get a job as a corporate recruiter, or not a corporate recruiter, but for a staffing company as a recruiter. Insight Global for about 6 or 7 months right out of college after I graduated last May. And then in December, I get this text from our GM, Steven Anderson, saying, hey, there's an opening for the director of game operations role. Brett said that, you'd be good for the role. Because I remember I was at a game in like October, November. And I was like, whenever I was an intern there, I would talk with everyone there. I loved hockey. I loved being there. Loved watching the games. Loved being around the team. Would always bullshit about the Calgary Flames. I was the most annoying Calgary Flames fan. May still be. But and like I vibed with everyone there. So like every time I would go to the games, I'd bro down with people in the info booth, whether that was Steven Anderson or if I saw Brett or any of the other interns I was working with. But I told them that I'd help them out with anything back in like October or November. They hit me up in December saying, hey, we have this opening. Do you want to talk about this? I'm like, fuck yeah. Honestly, love Insight Global. Learned a lot there, and it was I'm blessed for my time there, and I was really happy that they had me on their team because they just started their office here in Boise. Excellent group of people, but honestly, like it was really hard for me to turn that down for a pro hockey team. I mean, working as a director level role too. I mean that alone is just like such an amazing experience, let alone opportunity. It was just like hard to not take that. So the next day I went in. Very good at interviewing too, because I was recruiting, so I was preparing people for interviewing and shit. And not gonna lie, that might maybe help me a little bit, but I went in there and just like kind of just poured my heart out. Like, dude, honestly, like I blacked out. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. But like at the end of it, like our president Eric Trapp was just like, All right. Well, you seem like the good person for this job. So, like, just come in this weekend. If you like it, you'll shadow this weekend. Shadowed for 2 games, and then the next week I had Wednesday, Friday, Saturday games that I was directing. So
That's sick.
it was wild. Yeah, I literally had 1 day transition from quitting my recruiting job to going to the Steelheads job. It was just like that. And honestly, I felt very bad quitting my recruiting job just because when I did it, like half of the office was in the Bahamas for their like contest trip. So like if they hit a certain number of sales or starts as a recruiter, they got to go to the Bahamas for a contest trip. And that all happened during that contest trip. So I basically had to break the news, which I hated doing this.
Yeah.
Absolutely hated doing this. I had to break the news to them over fucking Zoom or over Teams. We use Microsoft Teams. It was so tough. Like, and I just felt like that was very unprofessional, and it sucked doing that. And I've definitely, you know, bonded ties back with everyone that I may have like hurt their feelings. A lot of people understood because they knew how much I loved hockey. So like for the most part, people understood. But like there was some people that I felt like I burnt bridges with doing that. But we're made up now. I gave them tickets. They see that I'm loving it, you know, and you know, I mean, yeah, and like honestly, like it was no hard feelings. It's work at the end of the day. So
yeah, of course.
You gotta do what's best for you.
Yeah, and I mean, and like I said, that's a childhood dream of mine to be working in pro hockey. So like it's every morning I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe this. Like this is really cool and blessed. And I mean, not only the hockey too, but I really enjoy the MMA part of it. I mean, front street fights is absolutely such a cool thing to be running. And I didn't really see that when I first accepted the job. I just kind of was like, all right, Steelheads. But then I was also like, oh, I got basketball and front street fights to do too, which is professional MMA and amateur MMA. It's been a circuit for, I think, 26 fights or actually 25 fights. And our front street fights 26 is going to be July 28th or 29th this summer. That hasn't been announced anywhere, but that is just some.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's just some. Yeah, that's just some. You know, little tease of when that next front street fight will be. But it will be July 28th or 29th.
How much are tickets typically?
Usually tickets are like $25. Tables, I believe, are $1,000, and those are on the floor, so those are like right up close to the cage. And I'm absolutely blessed to have this job because like I'm right up next to the cage. I'm running the weigh-ins and everything, really getting to know these fighters, and the fighters are absolutely cool.
Really?
Some of them are kind of interesting, but for the most part, they're good guys. They're good guys.
Are any of them like good prospects?
Oh yeah, so we had a guy. Isaac Thompson, he's a 20-year-old Australian dude fighting out of Sacramento. He had like probably like a 45, 50-second knockout first round. And he's 5-1 now, I think, as a professional. And I heard some people saying he's probably going to get signed with the UFC in the next couple of years. I mean, he's 20 years old.
Yeah, that's wild.
Pro record, 4 or 5-1, something like that.
He's young.
And he is... I mean, just watching him fight, I was like, this guy's insane. And he was younger than me. I was like, holy, like talking with him, I was like, this kid can't even go to bars here. Like, this is insane, dude. But there's some really, really, really cool fighters. Ricky Steele was also in the UFC Fight Night.
Sharks winning.
So I mean, we definitely have some.
Recently?
Yeah, he fought in Front Street Fights 25 as the main card. And then we so like I was telling you guys a little bit about this before. Like our main card got hurt. The guy that was supposed to fight Ricky Steele. Ricky Steele is from Boise too. So we had to get some guy, Joe Penafiel, out of Orlando, Florida. He flew all the way from Florida to here, fought on the main card, did get beat. I was kind of, not going to lie, I was kind of rooting for him because I like bro down with him that week, and he's such a cool dude, honestly. Like his big thing is like he wears a cowboy hat when he walks out, and he's just like such a fan favorite. He does stuff for the fans, whatever they want. And don't get me wrong, Ricky Steele's such a dope dude too. He is so big around Boise. Like I said, he's fought in the UFC before. He's really big at SPG. I think his record's 8-2 now, but yeah, he took the main card. It was really cool to see. I mean, his whole family was there. He's got a lot of supporters, so that was really cool seeing Ricky Steele. And then one of the coolest fights, the co-main card was Ben Hollier and Eddie Hoke out of Sacramento. Ben Hollier was a Boise guy here, and it ended in a draw. First time there's
Really?
ever been a draw in Front Street Fights history. And Ben Hollier got on the mic and said, whatever, I should have won that fight. But then Eddie Hoke got on the mic and he's like, I'm getting the fuck out of Boise. Like, fuck this place. And, like, everyone started booing him. It was all this, like, drama. So, and, like, dude, I'm cage side, like, what is going on? And, like, I got a headset on basically telling the fighters when to come out, production, when to play the music all that. I mean, and that's kind of, like, what I'm doing during the hockey games, too. When to play advertisements, when to play music, when to go out and do promotions. Hey, we're doing this. I'm going to tell you when to say this or whatever. Or I'm going to take the mic and go down there. Sure, like, I don't know if anyone's watching me that's seen me on the ice. I know you guys have seen me down there, but it's fucking interesting going down there on mic. It was a little intimidating at first, but now I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just like, whatever. You go out there, I mean, more than likely, unless you, like, slip or like, maybe curse, like, no one's really gonna, like, remember really care. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's fun to put on a show.
Yeah.
It's really fun with the T-shirts, not gonna lie. I love throwing T-shirts. T-shirt guns, like, one of my favorite things. Or keg race. I mean, dude, you name it. All sorts of stuff. So
So Galli actually got us. So he got us in the game and then got us down to, or me, to do the what's it called?
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
Oh, yeah.
You got destroyed.
I got a video of
You
Sean
did
waving.
get destroyed.
Okay, well,
They had to get him out. They had to get him out.
Yeah.
The girls, when I saw there was 2 girls we were going against, I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
We're done.
You're done.
Like, the girls
Well,
were
dude, the
good.
musical chairs, when we did it back in, like, December. Also, those chairs are very crappy. Like, they were, like, deflating and stuff. Like, we need to get some new chairs. So that will be in the budget for next year, probably. But
Maybe I'll win next year. Yeah.
But yeah, no, not gonna lie though, the time before that in December, Blue, the mascot, won. And I was like, oh shit, like, we can't really give prize back to Blue. And I was like, oh, come on, Blue, you can't win. But, like, don't get me wrong, people were loving that though. People were loving that though. But yeah, no, it's a great time. I mean, honestly, it's just, like, such a cool thing to, like, one, I'm leading up all week or the weeks before, like, preparing for those games. And then seeing it come into, like, fruition and actually play is just, like, really cool. And sometimes stuff doesn't work. And it's like, whatever, you just learn from it. And, you're like, shit, that didn't work.
Yeah.
So, well, dude, like, fucking A, like, one time for our Christmas theme games this year, I tried to do, like, a Jingle Bells sing-along, and it was horrible. Did not work out. And I don't know. I heard some people sung along, but it just, like, from my perspective, I was cringing, dude. Just because, like, I think the audio we had on it was just, like, it was, like, way too high-pitched of Jingle Bells. And it was just, like, it was cringy. But, dude, don't get me wrong. That crowd gets rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've heard that crowd get Let's Go Steelheads chants going on their own. I've heard them sing Living on a Prayer a cappella, like, or Sweet Caroline a cappella.
Big time.
And it's just, like, it's really cool to see that because, like, it's a minor league hockey team. I mean, I feel like a lot of teams in that league don't get that atmosphere, and players love playing here.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just in any interviews, and, like, especially since it's our 25th anniversary, it's really cool seeing what a lot of the past players have had to say about the Steelheads. And it's just, like, it's fascinating to see, like, how professional this, like, organization is, but, like, also players love playing here, and how cool Boise is and how far it's came. I mean, it's grown so much since 1997 was the first year Steelheads were here. I mean, think about Boise back then. Like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's so different. And then, I mean, compared to now, I mean, one, it's probably almost doubled in size.
I remember growing up going to Steelheads games.
Yeah.
I lived here pretty much my whole life.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
That's
so
dope.
I grew up going to Steelheads games with my grandparents, with my family and stuff. I remember, like, we would go to games and, like, no one would be there.
Really?
And, like, it was, like, dead because, like, we were terrible. But then it slowly started to grow, and then now it is what, like, how it is now, and it sells out almost every time.
I don't know if we're terrible. We've only missed the playoffs once in our history. So.
It probably just it's a, like, smaller.
But don't get me wrong. I'm
like,
sure there were some.
This was like
I'm sure there
07, 08, like early on. So like Boise wasn't even that big.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
I mean, they did win it in 07. Correct?
Yeah, they won it in 03 and 04 and 06 and 07. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure. I mean, there's probably some games in the Steelheads past that haven't been the best, but also, I mean, you kind of need those bumps, I'm sure, to become as great as they are now.
Also, you also have to think, like, there's probably not as many hockey fans in Boise.
Oh
back
yeah,
in the day
totally.
that there is probably now.
Yeah,
Or at
Totally.
least
Yeah,
they were
true.
just
Because we used to go on like Wednesdays, and like Wednesdays, like
Mhm.
back then, weren't as big as like they are now. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like.
Well, even like last, no, was it last year? Yeah, I would go last year on Wednesdays, and I could get tickets day out.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
same here.
No, and
I
like
mean-
Fridays and Saturdays have always
Think
been
of the
pretty
college
poppin'.
too. How much has developed in what?
Yeah.
15 years since 2007. Like
Yeah.
they've probably damn near doubled in size too. Did I just make this lower? Can you still hear me? Okay.
No,
yeah,
but
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, like it's grown a ton.
Yeah,
yeah.
Even since I've
yeah,
been here.
and it's just been. I mean, me stepping into the organization this year. I mean, very, very, very cool. Just like that, and just to like really learn about how much this like of an impact it has on Boise, and like
Yeah.
people really do love it. It's just like it's amazing, honestly. Like and like I said, I'm just like so grateful for this opportunity, but like to be around one group of team. I mean, the team, coaches, the staff, everyone I work with is so amazing. I mean, from my bosses, president and vice president, GM, such stand-up guys. I mean, I look up to them in a lot of ways. I mean, they're my role models in a lot of ways, and they're very professional, and it's not easy to like have an organization run for 25 years, you know, especially a minor league team. I mean, I feel
And
like
at the level that it's at,
yeah,
too. Like,
yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, teams in the ECHL fall out and you know like fold all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's been all sorts of teams. I mean, shit, there's a team in Reno, there's a team in Alaska. We used to have brawls with the team in Alaska, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, like it used to be our biggest rival was like
That's kinda sick.
the Alaska Aces, and they were good too. And COVID, I'm pretty sure COVID killed them.
I think I remember watching that team. Like,
Yeah,
growing
Alaska
up. I
used to have a
remember an
team.
Alaskan team.
Dude, that's fucking wild. Think if you're like some fucking Russian dude getting drafted by an NHL team and then you go up to fucking Alaska. Or like, dude, or like shit, like anywhere. Like, dude, Alaska's an interesting place. Have you guys ever been up there?
No,
Anyone?
I want to go so bad. I want to go so
Oh,
it'd be fun.
I've done some time in Alaska. It's a good time.
I was curious about that. You said commercial fishing in Alaska. You
Yeah,
did that?
so holy shit. When I was a junior, this was my junior year summer. I was working as a marketing intern for a startup here called Boise Local Social. They were a marketing company that kind of did small businesses, social media, and kind of marketing. Kind of just ran that, and I was doing a lot for $10 an hour. Don't get me wrong, like it wasn't the worst wage, and like I wasn't complaining about the work, but it just wasn't really adding up. And I had to pay for like tuition and rent coming up, so I'm like, fuck, dude, I need to make money, like somehow. Like I don't know if I need to quit this job or whatever. And at the time, my little in my fraternity, Tyler Kendrick, who made that absolutely amazing shot of Sheeler's save.
Really?
Yeah, so
That's sick.
he's also helping filming out for the Steelheads now. He was asking me the whole summer, dude, come up to Alaska, come fishing, all this stuff. Like, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I got this internship here, and I was also doing Jimmy John's delivery driving. So like that was also how I was making money too. So I was kind of doing two jobs, but I was like also like I can make more money doing fishing, and it was kind of lucrative. And I'm like, all right, Wick. I call him Wick because he looks like John Wick in a suit. I'm like, all right, Wick, how much money am I actually like realistically gonna make from like, I think it was like beginning-ish mid-July to like the end of August, and he's like 10K minimum, and I was like, fuck it, huh? Yeah.
play
Oh
basketball?
yeah,
I
dude,
know
he
who
can
you're
dunk.
talking about, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He's a good dude.
John Wick, Tyler Kendrick's such a dope dude,
Yeah,
dude.
he's
He can hoop too.
Yeah.
He went to Rocky Mountain,
Yeah.
I think.
The name
met him-
sounded familiar. I thought
Yeah.
I knew that name.
No, we met him when we went to Roddy's like 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
he's a
and
great guy.
Do you know
talking
what
about
year he
playing basketball. I was
graduated?
like, dude, I think we played together.
He graduates
And
this
then-
year.
No,
Talk about
graduated high
basketball.
school.
Oh, I think he graduated 2019.
That's my year. That's weird. Okay, I think I know him, but
2019. Do you know like Jared Moody?
uh-uh.
I don't even know if he went to Rocky. I'm fucking talking out my ass right now, but
No,
no,
you're
either
chilling.
way.
He's a good guy though.
Going back to like that summer, yeah, I just like literally within 1 or 2 days. And one thing about me, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm spontaneous as fuck, and I think a lot of people claim that, but
To
they
actually
don't.
do it.
They don't walk the walk.
Yeah.
Like they can
Yeah.
talk, but they don't walk the walk. Like being spontaneous, like you actually just gotta go and fucking send shit like all the time, like no matter what. And at the time, like I dropped my fucking marketing internship, and Jimmy John's and just went up to fucking Alaska and went fishing, commercial fishing. Because I'm like, one, this is such a cool opportunity. I'm going to make a lot of money. It might be really gnarly, and I might hate my life a lot of the time doing this, but it's going to be such a cool experience. And I'm not going to be able to do this ever in my life again. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I dropped everything, booked a trip up to Anchorage, or booked a trip to Cordova, Alaska, which, shit, am I wearing a Cordova hat? Yeah, I'm wearing a fucking Cordova hat. So, booked a trip up to Cordova, Alaska, flew up from...
Is he from Alaska?
Yeah, he's from Cordova originally, but he lived in Boise and then worked in the summers over there.
Gotcha.
Dude, he was out on the boat when he was like 8 or 9 years old. And I'll get to the fucking fishing part of it, dude. So like, I flew to Cordova, which is like this town you can only get to by boat or plane, and it is like 1,000 miles south of fucking Anchorage. It is isolated, like so fucking isolated. And don't get me wrong, it's some of the best scenery ever. Like the Chugach Mountains, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but those are the mountains around there, are so amazing. Like people heli ski around there. There's some gnarly glaciers around there. But yeah, flew up there. Basically when I got there, it was just like I didn't know where the fuck I was, and I was in Cordova, Alaska, some random small town in Alaska, fishing town, and like Tyler was just kind of like calling me, directing me where to go, and like his like mom and grandma were there when I like flew in and just like took me in and like helped me out. Shout out Grandma Linda. She's so dope, dude. I absolutely love Grandma Linda. But yeah, she really helped me out for like the day before I was going to get sent out, and she helped us out the whole time we were fishing with food when we came back to dock. She was the best. But yeah, either way, just got sent out on this tender, and the tenders are basically the crabbing boats. So those are the big fuckers you'll see on like Deadliest Catch. So those are the tenders, and those are what the seine boats. So I was seine fishing. Those are what the seine boats deliver all of their fish to. So you'll fish all day, and then you'll go to a tender, and then basically it takes about an hour, but you hook up to them, and they put a big like suction tube into your like tank cooler full of fish that's refrigerating your fish at a certain temperature, because it keeps the salmon at a certain temperature. Okay. Let me just explain the whole fucking process. So either way, I was on this tender. Get out to this tender in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I have no reception out here too. And while I'm out here too, it was such a cool experience going on this tender, because it was probably like a 16-hour ride. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. I was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in fucking Alaska, and was like, what the fuck am I doing?
I have no idea where I'm at.
Yeah,
on
like
the
what
earth
am I
right now?
what am I doing right now? And I was just like, whatever, talking to the people in there, walking up, and I was like talking to like some of the people that were like driving the boat, and like I think it was their first time in the US. Like they didn't know any English. And luckily, I was like using some of my Spanish that I learned the past 2 years at the time. And I was like broing down with like these like Mexicans that were like driving the boat, and they were so impressed with like some of my Spanish. It was sweet. And like this was on the tender ride, and then either way, I probably got like an hour of sleep that night. It was like a 16-hour boat ride. And finally got there, got on the boat, literally got like another hour of sleep, and then fished for the next fucking 6 weeks to 2 months. And don't get me wrong, we didn't consecutively fish. We probably had a couple days off here and there, but I remember one time we had like 13 days straight. It was like brutal. I like didn't fucking either way, I didn't shower. There's no shower on the boat. You gotta fucking jump in the ocean and shit. The ocean's cold, bro, too. But yeah,
Alaska?
Dude, Alaska too. It's so cold. It's like, dude.
Wait, so like, what'd you guys eat and where'd you sleep?
Yeah, so our sleeping area was these bunks, probably as big as this couch right here, so probably about 5 feet long. We had we slept at the very like tip of the ship, so like the nose of the ship, the front of the ship, and basically there was like a bunk right here, bunk above, and then a bunk on the other side and a bunk below that. So there's 4 bunks. I was up there with Tyler Kendrick, Kyle Smith, and Ed. Fuck, I'm trying to think what Ed's last name is. Why am I blanking on it? But yeah, no, Ed's dope as fuck. He's a kid from Cordova. And then our captain was Mike, and Mike was 72 years old. He was Tyler's grandpa. And one thing, I'll tell you one thing, seine fishing at 72 years old, even captaining a boat is gnarly, dude. Like that is such an insane job to be doing at that age.
Yeah.
I was taken away. I was so impressed, inspired. I like just really blown away. And he was such an amazing guy. I mean, Captain Mike Gleason was just, he's awesome, man. It felt like a grandpa I've never had. But yeah, that was kind of the crew and what we ate. I mean, we had a lot of frozen food we just cook up. Ed was our chef. Shout out Ed, one of the best chefs ever to ever be on a seine boat. But yeah, I mean, shit, we ate all sorts of shit, spaghetti, tacos. We really tried to stay away from fish because we worked around fish the whole fucking day. But if we ever ate fish, it'd be like halibut. We never eat salmon. We never eat pink salmon. So like we would primarily fish for pink salmon, and our fishing hours would be from like fucking 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it'd be like a 14-hour day. Yeah. And sometimes some days it was 6 to 6, so it was only 12. But we'd get like a 15-20 minute lunch, or we'd just be eating the lunch on the fly. So basically how it worked is we had a big boat, which is the seining boat, probably 40, 50-foot boat. And then there's a skiff boat, which Tyler drove. And basically this thing was attached to this net that was stacked up. And basically there's 3 segments of the net. So there's like the buoys that are literally making the net float. And then there's this lower set, and then there's like these weights that are holding like the net down. So basically when you throw the net out in the ocean, buoys float and the net sinks. So it goes to a certain depth of where the salmon are swimming. So basically this is attached to this skiff. We cut it loose, basically just fucking cut it loose. It's attached to something. It's like a hook. Cut the hook loose. Skiff goes out. All of the net goes out. Basically, we do a huge circle around the coast, or like literally right on the shore, right up to the shore, like almost like sometimes it'd be like 20 to 30 feet. Dude, this thing, massive. I mean, dude, I feel like I'm fucking up with like the estimates, but I'd probably say like in a straight line, damn, like 300 fucking yards maybe. Holy like I don't even know. It's huge, but we'd make a humongous circle, okay? And basically we'd meet back with the skiff. Yeah. And Tyler would throw me a rope, take the rope, give it to Kyle. Kyle would hook it onto a fucking clip, and basically we'd use hydraulics. So the net would get like go through these hydraulics, and we'd use the hydraulics to literally like take all of the fish that we're catching and then fucking suck them up like this and like get them in a fucking like actual like big
in a ball.
Yeah, in a ball. I'm trying to fucking describe it in simple terms. Yeah, but yeah, basically just get all the fish together, and then basically me and Kyle would be stacking. He'd be stacking the corks, which are the floaty things, and then I'd be stacking the leads, which are like the things that would sink down. So we'd be stacking those in a certain way on the boat to make sure there's enough room. Not that much. Probably like, I mean, just enough to sink it. So like 5 pounds, I'd say. I mean, nothing. Yeah, crazy. nothing. I mean, probably not even 5 pounds. Just enough to sink it. But yeah, we'd get that whole thing in, and basically, I mean, we'd get it to a point. It was the net was set up in a like as a certain way as we'd get the like skiff back, and when we got the skiff back, that's when like all the fish came up. Basically, the hydraulics started coming up, and then we would dump the fish into the refrigerator or the cooler. And dude, when these fish are coming in and we're stacking leads, so many jellyfish and fucking weird fish and octopuses, shit's flying out of this. Sometimes there'd be sharks. Never want to get a seal in there though, because like there'd be seals that would jump into our nets and fucking eat salmon and shit. That was. And like, dude, whole time this was like really cool. And like also what I did when we were making this big circle, I would have a huge rod and just like be slamming the water to scare away these like seals that would be fucking trying to eat our fish and stuff. And like scare away our fish potentially. Yeah, so basically like the goal of it was to like encircle schools of salmon and pink salmon especially, and then pretty much suck them up and dump them in. And our boat held 50,000 pounds. And yeah, we'd fucking try to fill that thing every day. And yeah, it was a really, really cool experience. It was just about like, I mean, like I said, we had a little break with food, but like Captain Mike was wanting to get at it, like get after it. And sometimes we'd move areas and take our time, fucking whatever. But yeah, a lot of times we were just ripping it straight up. And not pink salmon. Pink salmon suck, dude. Honestly, yeah. Pink salmon's like the lower batch of salmon. Like silvers are good, and we would get silvers but silvers are harder to catch. That's why they're better. That's the thing. They're faster. I think they might swim at a certain depth. I feel like I'm not a marine biologist, so I shouldn't be fucking talking about this shit. But pink salmon, they also do aquaculture, which I didn't know that was a fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'd think like these salmon are just like in the wild, but they do aquaculture, which is basically farming fish. So it's like they have hatcheries and let all these fish out for people to like farm, not farm, but catch basically. But that's just to keep up production because there's literally not enough wild salmon these days to keep up with the demand.
I've seen videos on that. There's like you have to get a certain license in order to fish for certain salmon.
Yeah.
And so like I bet you Captain Mike has that the license, but like you pay the state of Alaska a certain amount of money every year, or it's per day technically. So it's like if you don't come back with like let's say $1,000 worth of salmon, then you're out that much money because your license costs a certain amount.
Yeah.
To like for the day basically. Which I think is kind of interesting, like you said.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, it's like with any sort of commercial fishing, it's a risk. I mean, the boats are not cheap at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those things are. I mean, someone buying a boat outright is ridiculous. I mean, those things are $500K plus, sometimes close to $1 million. So, I mean, it's a humongous risk to be really like devoting your life into commercial fishing, let alone just like captaining a boat even. So I mean, yeah, it was really intense out there at points, and some days it was really shitty. We were catching a couple thousand pounds, but some days we were catching 50,000 pounds. So and that was kick ass because when we were catching 50,000 pounds, that was like almost $1,700 a day, and it was just
that's
like
the fun part.
Yeah, and that's like so much fun.
Money based off what you catch.
Yep. So that's what I was saying. Like it's a risk. So it's like some seasons are like really bad, and it's like you're losing money going out there. So it's definitely a risk. And like when I went out there as a greenhorn, that's what they call rookies out there. Like it was. I have a different level of respect for people that live up in Alaska, but just commercial fish or fishing in general. It's just like to do that as a living is just like you got to be a different breed. And like at 72 too, I was like,
He's been doing it.
Oh
gosh.
Wicked Tuna.
Yeah, or I haven't seen Wicked Tuna, but I have
Tuna
seen
was one of my
Deadliest
favorites.
Catch.
That was awesome.
Deadliest Catch is fucking gold.
Those
dude.
guys get into it,
And-
though, man.
Yeah,
And
they do.
with Deadliest Catch, like we would deliver a lot of our salmon to those boats, which was really
That's cool. That's
So
very
how did that
cool.
whole process work? 'Cause you kind of mentioned how it worked of like
Yeah, so
bringing
basically
the
we'd fish
to the
all day.
senior boat.
We like I said, that was kind of the process. Yeah.
God damn it, Zach!
Sorry guys, Zach's.
It's got to be the center of attention. Always.
But
Sorry, guys.
yeah, we'd fill up our fish all day, and then we'd go to this tender whenever we did fill it up or come close to filling it up or whatever the fuck. But we'd basically pull up to these bigger fishing boats called tenders, or they'd be crabbing boats in the winter. But yeah, we would dump our fish into there, and basically they would give us a weight of how much we caught that day. That was kind of like the payday. We'd figure out how much we made that day from the weight. And it was, and like, dude, don't get me wrong, Captain Mike, best captain, one of the best captains I could ever ask for. He was very fair, and I know some captains up there aren't and will fuck over their crewmates sometimes. So, I mean, I'm very blessed to be one with Tyler Kendrick being up there with a kid I know. Kyle Smith's also another Boise boy. Ed's an absolute awesome person from Cordova, but also like Captain Mike was just absolutely lights out.
Made it
But
worth
yeah,
it,
so
pretty much.
they'd put a suction tube in our refrigeration tank, suck all those thousands of fish up, but it would never get all of them. It would just get all the water out. Okay, so then we would go down there and we would basically shovel these fish out. We'd go down in the refrigerator and shovel these fish out, and that part was gnarly sometimes, dude, because it's just like, especially after a long day or like a day you didn't do that good at.
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck this. You're in a hole throwing salmon around, and then I mean that was kind
How'd you
of
get paid?
and then What do you mean? How do we get paid?
Like, was it hourly or was it based
No,
on
so
how
yes,
much you
it was
caught?
based off how much we caught. Yeah, you're in the fucking bathroom or something
Yeah.
when we were talking
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, but it's based off how much we caught. We got paid per pound.
Oh, shit.
I think it was 35 cents.
Interesting.
So, yeah. But then we got each a share of that. So I got like a 10% share of whatever we got.
The
So,
total.
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And I think it was 30 cents. We were calculating 30 cents, but then there was price adjustments later that year, and it was like bumped up to 35 cents, which like you think like 5 cents isn't that much, but like, dude, it's huge though, dude. But I think we finished out the year, and we had a mild year. Some boats caught over 1 million pounds, but we probably caught close, I think, to like 700,000 pounds of fish throughout the season. So like whatever the fuck the math is on that, but also like we did get price adjustments, and we also got more per pound for silvers and red salmon too, and those would get caught in the net, just not as much in quantities. So when we got silvers, reds, or chums, they call them. Chums are like huge fucking pink salmons. We'd get more per pound for those. So we get like 70 cents per pound, or like so, like I'm pretty sure for red sometimes it was like $1.20 or some shit. So it's like it's like the more you catch of those, like it's awesome. But like also you can't really seine fish for those as a thing. I could be wrong. Like I fucking only seine fished for one season, so I feel like I hope no one comes at me being like, no, that's not right. But I mean that's how we got paid, and we got paid throughout. I think it was kind of throughout the year, but at the end of the season we'd know, and we could get paid all of it then, or we could get it out. And I got paid all of it then, and then I got a price adjustment like in like May, and then I took that money and went to fucking Europe with that money.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was Alaska was so cool. Honestly, like I am so blessed to have that opportunity, but like also just like we had such cool experiences up there. Like sometimes we had these things called shotgun openers, which were like right around hatcheries or right around a good point where like fish spawn or where the schools of fish will go to. And like there'd be boats lined up or boats like ready to cast. And dude, literally like some boats would like, or families or groups of boats would like encircle these fish and encircle other boats, and like they'd have a system. So there'd be like 2 boats that are catching the fish and then 2 boats that are ramming other boats, steering them away to get them away from the grounds. And like, dude, we had like a really beefy scenario.
Like a fight?
Dude, yeah. And like, dude, you can search it up. Like, dude, there's been fucking boats that have gotten rammed up there. I've heard some fucking dude. I heard this story from this kid. Fucking, I'm not gonna say his name, but like, there was this huge scuffle out there, and his captain told him to get one of the plungers, the things that I scare the fish away, the long metal rod. Get one of the plungers and smash their boat window out when they went by close to them again. Because like, dude, a lot of these passes were like within feet of these like crewmates, and we're seeing the other boat like cursing at each other. Sometimes cursing at each other. Sometimes they're just like, oh, this is our captain's freaking out. But yeah, he smashed the window out, and I guess they started pulling out their guns and shooting. Everyone's strapped out there too. It's Alaska, dude. Alaska's a fucking different country, honestly. Everyone's fucking, people are so different up there, and then like,
Russia, they have to be.
but yeah, and then like also like I said, everyone's strapped up there, but I guess it was like all huge commotion. People started shooting, and he was like, what the fuck, dude? Did I just start that? But yeah, dude, one time we had a shotgun opener, and I woke up at like 5:30 a.m., and Tyler was coming downstairs. Galli, get the fuck up. Some serious shit going on. I like wake up, and there's like, dude, there's like 2 or 3 boats coming within feet of us, like coming. And these are like humongous boats, and you don't want to hit one of these because like you could go down. That would be bad. Or like whatever, it's just bad news to hit another boat. And like, dude, our fucking captain's up there just not giving a shit, and then like other captains are screaming at us, crewmates, and I'm just like, what is going on, dude? Like, I don't even know.
I just woke up.
Tyler's cussing at people, and then yeah, man, it was fucking hilarious times up there. And dude, on our off days, we'd go to these remote islands no one has ever been on, more grizzly bears than people on there. And it was like some of the coolest nature I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
What's the coolest animal you saw?
Pristine.
probably, dude, the orcas up there are
That's so
amazing.
sick, bro.
We'd see a lot of orcas jumping, schools of, or families of orcas fucking around. That was really cool to see.
That's dope.
The weirdest fish I saw was an octopus. Those things, seeing those up close in person and feeling it is
And,
the
like,
weirdest
It's
fucking
wild. Like,
dude.
it's
Yeah.
not like at
So
an
like we got
aquarium
this
or anything.
octopus on here, and we like trapped it with like a bucket, and then we like like whatever got it, took the bucket off, and we were holding it, and dude, this fucking octopus, they have teeth, okay? And if they can fit their teeth through any hole, they can form their whole body around it. And this fucking octopus was like trying to find a way to like get out of my hand, and was like, it felt like it was biting me. It was so weird.
Damn.
But like, dude, the feeling of the octopus, I swear those things are fucking aliens, dude. Like, there's no fucking way they aren't, dude. Those things had to have came in from a fucking asteroid. Dude, like, I don't even know. It felt like,
videos of that?
it was like a pinch.
I've never
It
seen
felt
it.
like a pinching. But, and I didn't know this about octopuses. No, it was just like, but I was freaked out because I was like, what the
fuck are they
fuck
doing?
is this thing doing, dude?
Crazy.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, the octopus was probably the coolest
How big
thing.
was
I saw
that?
grizzly bears like fucking around on the shore, literally eating salmon.
Oh, that's so
Dude, like
sick.
these waters are infested with salmon. Like we'd go at some places and there'd be salmon jumping like every half second, just like all over the place.
That's
The
wild.
octopus was probably about like the body of it was probably like the size of a snowball, and then like its tentacles were whatever the fuck.
The thing with the octopus is they're also really smart. And
Yeah.
there's videos of them being trapped in like a soda bottle or whatever. Like their entire
they'd
body
be
will
able
sit
to
in a
get
soda
out.
bottle, and they'll uncap themselves and get out. And
Huh.
so like their cages and stuff, they have to be like clamped down,
Yeah.
and they have to have special cages because they'll get out of their enclosed
You ever
ones.
heard the giant octopus getting into it, the sperm whales, dude? They
Yeah.
get smart, really, dude. Like those big ass
Yeah.
ones. 'Cause
That
what
shit's
they'll do
crazy.
is they'll wrap their whole entire body around these sperm whales and take them straight to the bottom.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
just drown them.
That shit's wild, bro.
Like
Damn.
that is
That'd be so crazy to
fucking
see.
insane.
Yeah.
Sperm whales are
This thing
fucking
just
huge
dropping,
too. They're
like-
not small, and those big ass once they get there, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never saw a whale out there. That would have been fucking cool. I mean, I guess a fucking orca whale that counts, but
Yeah.
But not like
it was insane. Like, dude, like sometimes, I mean, and sometimes we'd be fishing to fishing grounds overnight, and we'd be on like a 12-hour boat ride. We'd be going over shit that's like miles deep, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like, we're going over the deep ass ocean right now. And like, as a Montana kid, it was just like bizarre being out there. Like, I never grew up around the ocean. I never grew up around the beach. I'm not from California, so like being from a landlocked state and going up there and having that experience was just like so fucking cool. And like, I thought scenery was beautiful in Montana, and I went up there and I was like
Crazy, I love
shitting my pants. Like, dude, I remember the first tender out, I watched the sunrise, or the sunset. And also up there in the summers, the sunsets happen at like 12 or like 1 a.m. So it's like incredible. And it's just like, dude, some of the best sunsets I think the best sunsets I've seen up there, up in Alaska, out of anywhere in the world. Yeah, dude, when I was up there, crazy shit. This is some crazy shit. One day we were, after we unloaded all of our fish, it's probably like 10:30 p.m. Me and Tyler were fucking around and fishing for halibut. We literally, when we fish for halibut, we just put a line and throw it down and just fucking wait. Yeah. And we all got this huge like ringing noise on our phones, and we look at it and it's like tsunami advisory, and we're like, what? And it's like there's an 8.1 earthquake 50 miles away from you.
Shit.
And I was like, I'm dying. 8.1 earthquake, that's
50 miles away,
huge.
that's not that
Yeah,
far.
I'm like, that's not that far away.
No.
And like, then I started freaking out, and I remember Ed, the local Cordovan, he slept through it. I was like, what the fuck? He slept through the whole fucking alarm. I was like, what the fuck? Captain Mike was handling it well, and Tyler was too, and me and Kyle were kind of freaking out because Kyle's from Idaho. He was also a greenhorn, and I was like, holy shit, we're gonna die. I was like calling my parents, texting everyone. But yeah, we were kind of we drove out to the middle of the ocean because that's what you're supposed to do when you're in a tsunami, and I guess it just goes right over you. But luckily, the earthquake was so deep that there was only like a 1 or 2 foot tsunami, so it really didn't affect any of the shore, anyone. So like, thank God, dude, because like
That could've
if
been
that was
scary
like
quickly.
if that was a gnarly 8.1 earthquake, I don't know if I'd fucking be here, dude. Like, I mean, probably still, because Captain Mike is such a fucking good captain, but that's something you don't want to get
wild.
caught in by the coast in a tsunami. Like, that's a
That makes sense,
it's fucking
actually, in
death
the middle of the
sentence, you
ocean.
know.
I say, I've never heard
Yeah.
that of like going out in the middle of the
That
ocean.
does
Yeah.
make sense, though.
But also, it's like yeah, that's what I mean, dude. It's just like, it's the fucking ocean, though. You know, it's like doing that though during the 8. It's like
It just doesn't seem right.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this is still so sketch. But yeah, that was one of the. I was like kind of afraid for my fucking life at that point. But yeah, no, that was something that was kind of cool up
crazy.
there. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no, Alaska was lights out. One of the coolest experiences I think I'll ever have. I'll tell my fucking grandkids about that.
Yeah,
So my dad, he goes up to Ketchikan.
Okay,
He
hell
does
yeah.
a company fishing trip.
Hell yeah.
Almost every year, and that's what he said is he's been to Alaska like several times. So he's like,
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
Alaska's legit. So
Alaska's.
Shout out Craig, man.
shout out
Yeah.
Craig Urus.
Yeah, shout
the
out
Urus
Alaska.
fam. But yeah, no, Alaska's dope.
I'm not really sure where
wanna go.
Ketchikan is.
That'd be so
But-
fun.
That
I think it might
That'd
be
be a
in more
crazy trip.
southern.
it is more southern.
Like,
It's
yeah.
not quite Anchorage. I don't know where it's at exactly, but I know it's more southern. But he goes there almost every year and does a big fishing trip, and always comes back with halibut and
That's sick.
all
Fuck
that
yeah.
stuff.
Alaska
So,
boys, huh?
well,
That'd be so fun, bro.
that'd be so fun.
Settle
That'd
down,
be a
pod
sick ass trip.
That'd be dope.
Dude, yeah.
Would you go back?
Well, fishing wise, I don't think I'll ever be able to go back.
Yeah.
Like, unless some weird shift / change up in my life happens. Like, I don't know if I'll probably be going back up there in commercial fishing, but I'd love
had
to
the
go
chance.
back up there.
Maybe not
100%.
commercial fishing, but like
yeah,
maybe
I
to
think I'd
visit
go
or-
back up there, but honestly, I think I'd see a lot of other places. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful scenery, but, like,
You
I'm
did it.
23. I
Yeah,
kind of want to
sure.
go fucking places where, like, there's a good nightlife,
Yeah.
a lot of people. Also, like, I grew up in a town, so I want to go to cities and, like,
Yeah,
all
that's
over
fair.
different countries and shit. So,
Different vibe. I feel that.
Alaska's sweet, but, you know, if you're looking for, like, it's a good place that's isolated to, like, go and do outdoor shit or fish or hunt
Definitely.
or anything like that. Anything else, it's like, I don't know. Like, dude, hockey is decently big up there, though. There's been some pretty good hockey players
Alaska,
that have came.
up there, Fairbanks.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Fairbanks.
Weird enough, but during the summer, their summer baseball league is actually like legit.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, they have an insane
That's
summer
crazy.
baseball league. It's like
Play forever because
it's a
don't
college-
Go down till midnight.
well that they actually have a midnight tournament every
Oh, that's
year,
so
and
sick.
they don't start the tournament till midnight.
That's
No
and so they
shit.
play all day long because it's still sunny out. It's a collegiate league, so like a
Oh.
lot of like the top players and stuff, they'll come up and they'll live in Alaska for the summer and then play in these like midnight tournaments and games and stuff like that.
Well, and if they're
That's
on,
wild.
If they're because what's Alaska? Is it 3 hours back or how many hours
only 2 hours back.
from here?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
But yeah, so
Probably-
it's
It's
just,
close though.
it's
too.
just weird
Yeah.
because you don't think like baseball in Alaska,
not at
but
all.
in the summertime it's different and
Yeah.
it's like hella fun.
Yeah,
So
that's
sick.
what I'm
I think it'd be cool to go see one.
Dude,
of those
speaking
midnight
of a
That would be cool.
midnight start, I saw this shit on Instagram. ACHA club hockey, midnight start. It was Louisville versus Kentucky. They have it every year,
Really?
and it's fucking insane. I guess it's like a Saturday night midnight start.
Oh,
Dude, that
Dude, think
AC
about
Those
think,
fans would
yeah,
be
think about dude. I mean, think about going to fucking
Yeah,
hockey game
yeah.
that starts at midnight.
Hey,
I
some
would
of those ACH
love
teams are
that.
That would
good,
be
man.
so
Oh,
Like
yeah.
North Carolina, like ACC,
Oh, yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
that whole.
I could be
ACC.
wrong on the teams. It could be someone else, but
Yeah,
I know
that
some
makes
teams in the
sense.
But
I saw
south.
a
still,
filthy goal from some guy from North Carolina. Probably one of
Yeah.
the coolest.
Well, dude,
that was one of the
fucking, did you
coolest goals
see
I've ever seen.
Justin Jones' goal from Boise State this year when he like
Oh,
absolutely
which one?
beauty of a goal and then sell it in
no.
front
Who
of
are
the
they
University of
Oh,
Washington's
when he did
bench?
the-
Yeah,
Oh, that one.
yeah, he went up to University of Washington's bench and
yeah.
taunted them.
Nah,
I was just
yeah.
like, dude, fuck yeah. So I played beer league with him and his
do you?
his big brother and his dad too.
I heard he was pretty
so.
good though.
Oh yeah, Justin is
I didn't see that highlight though.
Justin's
Maybe
fucking
I did.
really good, dude.
No,
like
can't
I say,
remember.
I like, dude, in beer league, I'm like, he dangles the fuck out of people, and I'm like, oh,
He was
Guys
on a
that
pickup that one day. He
oh hell yeah.
Yeah, there's some guys there. There's one dude played for the Spud Kings.
Oh
team
no
league.
shit.
He came out and
Oh yeah.
dude,
Was
he
that
was
the
dude
so
I
saw
he
as
was
well?
so good, but he was a little smaller, but he was so
His name's
quick.
Cody. No,
Dude,
no, no.
Cody,
fucking
that's right,
Idaho
that's right.
Falls got a new rink this year.
Yeah, they
I
did.
don't know if
and
you
it
guys
kinda
saw
looks
that.
Like the,
It's fucking
it kinda
sick.
Looks like the
Yeah,
arena that the
dude.
Steelheads playing exactly like it. Set
It's
up
fucking
wise, everything.
What team do
sick,
they have
dude.
over there?
It's Idaho
Spud
Spud
Kings.
Kings. They're in the USPHL, so they're
Oh, okay,
tier
okay.
3. So basically,
Pretty
they're
good hockey.
tier 3 junior. It's I mean honestly no diss to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Spud Kings, but they're nothing too crazy
Yeah,
for juniors. So they're basically in a developmental league for I think the USHL,
Oh, gotcha.
which is tier 1, but they're in the same level as like NA3HL,
And the
which like they
USHL
have
is the
tons.
highest tier you can play.
Yeah, in the US, and then but the
Canada,
like
yeah.
the NA3HL is like a farm league to the NA or the fucking NAL, which is
NAL,
NAHL, North American
This
Hockey
guy that
League.
That's
plays
crazy.
for the NA3, I see him on TikTok, dude. He's like mic'd up during his games
Oh, yeah,
and
that
stuff.
guy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I forgot what he plays, like Jackrabbits, dude. They got some sick ass jerseys. But
That's crazy.
He goes out there mic'd up and stuff, and like
He's got a YouTube
it's hella
channel,
funny
too.
because like they get chirpy and chippy down there. So
Oh, yeah,
it's-
dude. I
it's
think
cool
he
to
can
see
still
the
fight in
videos.
the NA3.
Wait, what
Yeah.
was the celebration that Jack did?
Justin just,
Justin?
I mean, he just like fucking, I don't know,
Didn't he
just.
go by and just like go like this to them or
No.
something?
He did a little
was he
like
against?
drag in the ice, fucking
That's sick.
bam.
Yeah.
Who was it against?
Get the bow out, and then he went like fucking this against the whole bench, and like you
Oh,
could see
dude,
it,
that's
they did
legit.
not like that. Like,
That's
dude, I'd be
sick.
That's
fucking
kinda tough.
pissed,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Who was it against?
University of Washington.
Nah, they deserve it.
So, yeah, no, it was a really sick
Did they
goal.
take
It
it
made
up?
it on Bar Down and all that
That's
shit,
sick.
and also Tyler Kendrick did film that too. The
That's
boy
sick.
that I went up to with Alaska. So
Is
Oh yeah,
D
he was
sick as
he
well?
was at the steel. He was down below when I was doing the musical chairs. What does he do for the Steelheads? See video?
So he helps out with the video. The video guy's Owen Nordahl. He's fucking Owen Nordahl, dude. He has, wow. I'm just very impressed with like his work. I mean, he puts together some absolute masterpieces of media.
nice.
Whether,
Oh shit. dude.
you know, whether that's
That's kind of crazy.
whether that's going to be, tribute
account is
videos,
this
whether
on?
that's going to be highlight videos,
Oh,
whatever
no.
it is. Anything Owen
Oh
puts together
no,
is just
that
like,
is
insane.
cold. That's
But yeah.
filthy.
But yeah,
What's his
big
name say,
big
Justin?
shout out
What a
Justin,
move,
big
what
shout
a
out
move.
Is
Owen
he in
too.
D-Sig?
Yeah, Justin is
Yeah.
in D-Sig.
That's sick. Did you flip him off?
That's hard, dude. That's
No,
hard.
I don't
That's
think he
tough
flipped
as
him off,
fuck,
but
bro.
It
Very
looked like he
nice.
did it first.
Are
yeah,
you
He's
the
like-
comment section's hilarious.
are you following any NCAA hockey? Have you?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Frozen Four?
Yeah, dude, we had a Frozen 4 bracket in our office. The
That's
winner
sick.
gets a gift card and a pack of tuna.
Who
So,
you think is taking
Yeah.
the dub?
In a pack of what?
Taking the natty.
dude,
So you
Minnesota.
got Boston,
Oh.
Minnesota, Quinnipiac, and
I
Michigan.
think Minnesota,
Quinnipiac
but
is
dude,
good, dude.
fucking Quinnipiac is sneaky,
63 and
dude.
11 in the
bro.
last two seasons.
They're good.
Dude,
I watched them play
sneaky.
Ohio
Did
State.
you watch
and it
that?
was-
And
Michigan
they
game?
fucking Quinnipiac won, dude. One of my coaches in high school went to Quinnipiac actually, but yeah, Quinnipiac won in like 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
Did you watch the
Uh,
Michigan game against?
Last time they
Who
played
was that
against. Oh,
They
Michigan
won at
played.
OT?
Michigan played
Penn State.
Dude,
Did
I
you
had
watch that?
I had money on Penn State, and Penn
Oh,
State was
did-
playing good.
Dude, yeah, that was the one that
Penn
went
State was good.
1-1,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
And
Penn
then
State
was
scored
it
good.
an
Penn
O-
State
was it OT
up
or was it
1-0
like,
with 5 minutes left?
dude? Yeah, it was.
Michigan scored with
Yeah.
3 minutes
I
left.
saw
Philly
that.
takes the dub. in
Dude, I
OT,
saw that shit.
Philly,
So tough.
literally 30 seconds. I had money on Penn State, and I was watching the game, and I was like, dude, Penn State's goal.
Didn't that make Penn State 0-4 against Michigan this year?
Yeah.
And they've
No,
all
they-
been close games?
They won one time.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
right.
tough.
They won
Dude,
one time out of
see,
the
that's
four
why
games.
I
Against
love
a rival,
hockey.
that's so tough.
But Penn
Like-
State played them good. They scored in the second, and then I'm not gonna lie, man. Penn State's like he should be getting strippers, beer after that fucking game.
Yeah, dude.
He saved probably. I think he had 42 saves on
Yeah,
that.
Damn,
he did.
damn.
And they obviously,
Isn't
well,
the
it
Big
was
Ten
tough.
running shit though?
In
at least hockey?
they're pretty good. Ohio State was in it too, and they lost to
Yeah.
Quinnipiac.
I don't think
Quinnipiac,
they have the big.
So wait,
But, I
who
mean,
is
at
it
least
again?
for hockey,
Minnesota,
right?
Boston U,
Boston,
Quinnipiac,
and
and
I don't know
Michigan.
if it's called
Boston U's kind of a
Really?
dark horse too, because they're pretty good.
Dude, all four of those
But I
teams
feel
are
like just
good.
a lot
But
of the Big
dude,
Ten
Minnesota's
schools
been
are running
so strong this year.
Yeah, Michigan too, man. Michigan's
What about
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
they got
Frozen
Hughes
Four.
and Fantilli, dude. It's gonna be pretty good.
It's
What
gonna be a
about,
good Frozen Four for sure.
Minnesota State? Isn't that where Zach Mack plays? Football?
Minnesota State lost in the.
Are they good?
So yeah, Minnesota State was in the top 25, and so was they had Michigan Tech too, which is two small
Yeah,
games.
that's
Michigan
right.
Tech
They
lost
were in the
8-0
first
against Penn
round.
State.
They lost though.
Yeah, Michigan
Oh.
Tech was good. I mean, they beat Boston U this year and had some
They-
other good dubs.
Wait, who are the four
Yeah.
teams?
Minnesota State, I think. No, St. Cloud State lost.
St. Cloud
BU,
State, yeah.
Michigan, Minnesota, and Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac, I do.
Who's the favorite?
63 and 11 in the last two seasons, a hell of a record.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are all good.
And
teams.
their
Do you know who the
their
favorite
What? Who?
their
Who's the
goaltender
favorite?
is from Quebec, I think.
Minnesota.
I think Quinnipiac, and he had a hell of a game. too.
Really?
Yeah,
'Cause
he
they
played
went
really
up. They
well.
went up 1-0 in the beginning of the third, and then they just started rattling.
Well, you
He
know
played
who?
really well.
You know who I'm kind of salty about that's not in is fucking UND, dude. Like UND's
Yeah.
always
They
in the
are.
fucking tournament, and they didn't even
beat
make the tournament.
Last time, or before the 2018, they won in 2018.
Yeah,
They played them in like 2014. That was
Dude,
the last
we
time they
have-
played and they lost. I
yeah.
believe.
The Steelheads have
So-
4 alumni from UND.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, Jordan Kawaguchi's so fucking nasty, dude. Number 77 on the Steelheads, dude. He scores some absolutely insane goals, dude. Like
You
watching.
guys have one guy on Steelheads. He kind of a little scruffier. I think he's ginger. He has big beard.
Oh, Zane Franklin, probably.
Yeah, Franklin.
dude,
I like him, dude. He was good.
Franklin's
I
a
like watching him.
scrapper, bro. I love.
scored
Yeah,
the night that we were there.
Franklin's scored some insane goals, dude, this year, and he's a very flashy player. He's fun to watch.
Good. He was fun to watch when we were there. I definitely
Who's the
took notice
shorter
of him.
guy that was? I think he's the smallest on the team.
Maybe Nick Canade, number 3.
Yes, number 3.
Yeah, number 3. Yeah, dude, he's so fast. That's
Who's
the thing
number
about
11?
him. Nick Canade is like so fast. Number 11 is Justin Ducharme.
Is he good?
He's from he's from, I think he's French Canadian.
I remember watching.
Dustin
the last time
Ducharme
out.
is really good too.
Yeah.
He's just got like some very good playmaking,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he finishes.
He was
You
a
can
That's
dog.
one
see
thing
the
about
difference in play, like when
Yeah.
Steelheads played. Like when we went, like it was just they were just so much better.
Dude,
Like,
yeah.
they,
No, they
were
dominate.
they were just dominant. Like puck movement,
They just outskate the other team.
how
Yeah.
fast they were. Like it was just
Do you ever have problems
the
with
Allen
fans?
Americans could not do anything
With
like, they couldn't do
fans?
anything
Yeah.
defensively.
Oh my
The
gosh,
only
dude.
reason I asked that is because the last time I went, this girl was like, "Get him out of here," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm literally just chirping like a normal college kid would."
Yeah,
Really?
minor league
Like-
hockey.
No
Like,
shit,
I was
someone
like,
was.
"Get the fuck off the fucking ice. You suck," and she's like, "God." She literally turns to me and she's like,
How old
"Oh
was
my
she?
god." She was like 45. She's like,
Oh,
"Who are you
gosh.
with?" I'm like, "All of my friends in the row. You can clearly see it." And
Oh,
she turns to
gosh.
Lindsay. She looks at Lindsay. She's like, "Is he with you?" And she's like, "Yeah, he is." And I just
Unfortunately.
kept chirping.
Yeah.
I didn't care. And then at the end of it, she's like, "Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy." I'm like, "What?"
Dude,
This whole time you've been trying to get
dude,
me out
I
of here.
fucking hate when.
I was
Okay,
like, "What?"
honestly,
She's like,
any,
"There's children
no.
around." I literally
Any
looked around
sport.
like, "There's no children.
Bro,
There's no children."
any sport. I hate when there's Karens or people that
I
are like,
know.
why are you yelling? Why are you like all this? It's like, dude, I'm having a good fucking
Yeah, it
time.
was crazy.
Who gives a
Brad
fuck?
was
They
like,
can't hear me. They can't hear me. But dude, like hockey's one where you're usually fine. Always.
That's
I'm
what I'm
surprised.
saying, bro.
Usually people know that. The
Baseball.
problems we have with fans is like, dude, we had a fan get in a
drunk?
fight couple
shit.
weeks ago. And like, dude, it was a brawl. Like,
Really?
dude, yeah, like fucking a bunch of people were involved, and there's a
Damn.
video of it, and like, dude, this guy got socked and was bleeding and
shit.
shit. Like, usually fans are fine. I hate when they throw the chuck-a-pucks on the ice during play because that can get us a fucking penalty.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the only thing that really pisses me off. But no, the fans, honestly, the fans don't really cause too much problems. Or like for the Steelheads, they're fucking.
Yeah.
I feel like, a
Like,
lot of
I'd
fans
shout
don't
out our
understand
fans.
that,
They're the
though.
best.
Like
No,
the
yeah.
Bucks thing, like
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
happens. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Boise people understand that, and it's happened before,
Yeah.
so they're like,
Yeah.
Hockey fans respect the game a lot more than other fans do.
It
too.
reminds me of like baseball
football,
fans
bro?
of like how they like appreciate
Some
like,
of
the
those,
sport.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
Some of
football
the
or
football
basketball,
fans,
yeah.
though, bro, they'll throw trash at the players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or leave
You
early.
go,
and
to,
Yeah.
shit.
you go to Philly back in the 80s, man. Guys
Oh
would get hit
my
with beer
gosh.
bottles.
Dude,
I will
I
say,
want to
though-
go to Philly so bad
Yeah,
just to
so
go to like
that'd
be
all the
sick.
sports,
That'd be sick.
like all the
Be
sports.
I will
controversial
say,
as fuck and
Like
just wear,
okay,
like,
which Philly sport would you want to go to the most?
I think I'd go
Flyers.
to Flyers.
Yeah, I think Flyers.
Dude, that would be so
Flyers
nasty.
would
Dude, I don't know. I think Phillies.
Their
Phillies
head
would be
coach just
pretty
I
is-
think
cool.
a Phillies game would be fun.
I think a
That'd be
Phillies
kinda
game
cool.
people would
Cool.
get fucking
They have
so
such sick
pissed,
jerseys.
dude.
So
The Flyers fucking.
when I was on spring break, I was talking to these two guys from Chicago because we were watching the White Sox game, and he was saying how like the difference between the White Sox games and the Cubs games even are completely insane because at the White
Yeah.
Sox games, it'll just be like two guys in wife beaters just absolutely fucking hammered on a Tuesday.
That's hella funny,
beating
bro.
the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
They're both White Sox fans.
Yeah.
He's like, it's never the White Sox fans and the other team. It's only White Sox fans beating
That's
the
so
shit out of
funny
each
to me.
other. But it reminded me of like
Jeez.
Philly, of like it just
Dude,
chaos.
Flyers coach is the
Just
epitome
chaos.
of Philly too. Just a
Where's have you guys all seen NHL games? Where's the coolest place you guys seen an NHL game?
I have not seen it.
I've only been to
No shit.
A Sharks
the
game,
San
yeah.
Sharks game, dude.
That's it.
That's
I've
it.
been to Sharks. I went to Arizona in their old arena, which was
Oh
dog shit.
yeah.
Very
Sorry.
top.
I think
sorry.
I think Steelheads games are
Ice is
better than the
melting.
No,
Coyotes
they are.
games.
No, they are because we had we had a tournament there, and we were able to get our whole team to get a section together. So they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
probably $15 each the tickets.
Yeah, or less.
Jesus.
The arena itself was outside looked so dope, and it was like this cool just atmosphere.
There's a ton of
Gila
restaurants
Gila
outside.
Arena
yes.
or Gila River Arena? I don't.
Gila Arena.
Gila?
I
Because
think
they have
so.
the Gila. That's one of their poisonous lizards in the state of
Oh.
Arizona.
I thought it was a river.
Gila or Gila. No, they're called like the Gila
Or I don't
monsters.
fucking know.
The
Yeah.
Gila
It's not a
monsters.
thing anymore.
It's
Now
Gila.
it's the Mold Arena.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
well, fucking, I don't know if you guys heard recently, like, I guess the city is suing the Coyotes.
Yeah.
So, like,
Really?
the Coyotes,
Wow, okay.
dude,
Why?
it doesn't look very good for the Coyotes right now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they relocate.
They got-
and
Kyle Lewis.
there goes
What
my
happened?
next question. If the Coyotes relocate, where are they going?
I want.
Boise. I'm just kidding.
I want
That'd be
Atlanta,
crazy.
but
I'm
it's
saying
not gonna
Houston.
work.
Dude, I feel like
Houston would be cool.
You know what's
Houston.
funny is
It's
I-
gonna be.
I-
I think it's gonna be
this is a
Houston.
dark. Like I saw a comment.
I think
under,
Quebec City should have it, but
Yeah,
Houston's
Quebec
gonna
City,
get it.
Yeah.
the Nordics, they bring it. Dude, some guy commented under like because somebody said something about the Arizona Coyotes getting. I don't know if it was directly with that, but like they're like, oh, where should a team relocate at the
Yeah.
the Arizona Coyotes?
Everyone's
shit, and everybody
always
the
asking
first
about
comment
Quebec
was
City.
like Quebec City,
Yeah.
and it got like 1,000 likes, and
Yeah.
people were like bring back the Quebec City Nordics, but like.
All I'm
With
saying is
that-
like, dude, up in Canada alone, like that's part of the reason why I'm such a big Flames fan. Like I grew up in Montana and just
Yeah,
like
you're
I
right
grew up
there.
going to those
Yeah.
games. It's only 7 hours away, but going up there and seeing, especially in Alberta and Calgary, it's a fucking religion up there. Like,
Yeah.
everything
Wild.
shuts down, and like going to those games is just so cool. And seeing
100%.
20,000 people in there, like it is just such a good fan base. And that's everywhere in Canada. That's Toronto, that's Vancouver, Edmonton. All those games sell out, and they could totally have a Quebec City team. But the thing is, the Canadian dollar is weak. The Canadian economy,
Yeah.
their country's
Yeah.
just kind of
like a
going to the
dope.
shithole right now. So
They're
like that's why the
$1.
NHL, Gary Bettman especially, everyone. That's why Gary Bettman gets booed every time he comes out on the ice to present the cup. He gets booed because people think he's biased towards Canadian teams and
Yeah.
all that shit. And I mean, honestly, like Arizona, if you can't sell more than 10,000 tickets and you have a team up in Quebec that could
Done.
easily sell out like every game, probably the whole
that
season.
area is massive.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Quebec City's I think has like around 900,000 people
Yeah.
metro, so like they could totally have it. But the thing is like they've had a team before in the
Yeah, they
NHL.
have.
And the reason why they left was because they weren't making enough money. I feel bad for the Nordics, dude. Like the year they left, 95, 96, was the year fucking they moved to Colorado.
Yeah.
And Colorado won the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
that year.
That's
Like that's
wild.
got to be a
My dad
fucking
went to that game.
that's got to be a dagger, dude, to
That's
get
wild.
like think
100%.
about your team relocating
That
the next
sucks.
year
When
they
they
win.
won,
I would be
did they
like,
win in-
no, dude. They had Sakic and Forsberg, and like when they had
Big
Patrick Waugh
fall.
too. Like when they're in the Avs, like the Avs are filthy, dude. When they
Didn't
won
they
those
win
two
again
cups,
After that, like 2000s? No.
yeah, 90. I think they won in 96 and 98.
My
So they had a
96,
good. They would have had.
97.
Like,
Whoa.
I know,
stayed
dude.
one
Yeah,
more
I
year.
know. I feel bad for the Nordics, but yeah, a lot of people
didn't
just
they win in 01?
yeah, I think so.
yeah. It could have been 96 and 01.
Yeah.
Because I think they
Yeah.
won the year I was born. Because my parents are from Colorado,
Sure,
and they used to go to Rockies games all the time.
sure.
And they said that when the Avalanche were
Yeah, nice
in the
hat, by
Stanley
the way.
Cup,
Those are
yeah,
sick.
They,
Where the fuck do you guys get those?
Sean made me get it.
Dude, I got the site and I might have.
Dude,
to.
they need to
Yeah,
make one of
seriously.
Idaho, dude.
Dude, this shit's lit. I don't know.
I want to
They
get
don't-
one like that.
He made me get
that
it.
hat
I
is
was
so
like,
clean to me.
Minnesota. What other states?
They have.
They have
so-
Buffalo, Nashville. They have.
No, they don't have Nashville. They have. So I got the Minnesota one, the North
No
Stars
shit.
color. But they have a Texas one. And they have it in burnt
Texas
orange.
pond hockey?
Yeah.
What the
Texas,
fuck? I don't think there's any
Texas,
ponds you can
uh,
play in hockey there.
fuck, what is, I think
For
it's
real.
Texas-
Desert hocky?
Yeah.
No, it's something cool.
They have a
Land
bunch of
hockey.
cities.
One thing I do like about Arizona, this is maybe the only thing, but the Yotes versus Knights is a good rivalry because
Yeah,
that's
that
like the
is.
desert rivalry. I think that's kind of cool.
I will say, even
But-
though we haven't been to too many arenas, one of the times I went to a Sharks game, that was so much fun. We got
Yeah.
to see Vegas.
Dude, yeah.
I heard
and
the
arena
arena's
was
sweet.
packed.
SAP
For that
arena,
game,
right?
Yeah, SAP, and it was packed. It was almost sold out, and they won in overtime. And Brent Burns scored the
That's sweet,
The
dude.
overtime
Fucking
goal.
Brent
Place
Burns
went
is like
nuts, dude.
Canes now? What
yeah,
the
dude.
Yeah.
He's not doing bad either, though.
I
Yeah,
went to the
that's
game
insane,
with Hunter
dude.
where I think Las Vegas went up like 3-1, 4-1. Then San Jose ended up coming back, and then we lost in OT.
Yeah, I saw
Do you remember
Vegas.
It's a
what
San
game that
Jose
was?
way to lose.
I don't know. That game was so electric, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He was chirping at me the whole fucking game. We came back. I'm literally screaming in his face.
Yeah.
And then they ended up winning. I'm like, I'm fucking depressed, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how do you guys come all the way back and then lose like that?
Yeah.
Dude,
I would want to
but
go
that
to an
game was
Avs
probably the
game.
best sporting
you know
event
what? I
I've
actually
ever
went to
been
a
to.
University of Minnesota game.
That's
That game was fucking
sweet.
Really?
Yeah, we played.
Dude, that's
we
so
played a
sweet.
Tournament in Minnesota.
That's sick.
And we got to go to a game.
Were
It's on
they
my
Ross
Instagram.
fucked that year too? I'm assuming they were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good. I was like probably 12.
Yeah.
I can't really remember.
That's
but I just
crazy.
remember being there, and it was so cool. I got a shirt there.
Yeah.
I wanted to live in Minnesota when I was a kid because
Hockey.
growing up in San Jose, it was like
Yeah.
we had the Sharks and we were semi-popular, but I was like, I want my kids to grow up in a place where it's like hockey.
Dude, that's what I felt like going to, like, I went to the University of North Dakota camps all the time, and I was like, dude, the hockey up here is so sick.
Yeah.
Or Canada, like, the coolest game I ever went to was a playoff game in Calgary against the Ducks. It was Game 4. It was fucking insane, dude. Just, like, it is, the playoff atmosphere in Canada is just something different, especially the Sea of Red. That's what they call the fan base in Calgary. And, like, everyone in there wears red, and, like, literally everyone does. Like, no one doesn't do it. So, like, it's really cool to see the whole arena in red. It's, like, literally was making me, like, my jaw was wide open. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, but, yeah, that was cool. I've seen a game in Nashville and Vegas, too.
Nashville would be cool.
Nashville is really cool. They have a really,
Bridgestone
dude, their fans are so vocal, too.
Oh, yeah.
They, like, you know.
Weren't we there for, like, the draft or something? Yeah.
No
we
shit.
got, like, a free Nashville, flag to spin around.
No, and, like, the Steelheads copied the Predators in a way. Because they do that. He shoots, he scores, hey, goalie, you suck. And then they start chanting the goalie's last name. And then they say, it's all your fault for, like, minutes, bro. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
When you were at the game, I was like, damn, that's ruthless.
Dude, yeah, I had a great time at that game, but I was
shit,
a little turned up and I fell asleep at it, dude.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
Was that
It was
good?
bad. Yeah, it was bad,
saw
dude.
that,
I fell
bro.
asleep at the game.
That's
That was
so
the first, but
Were you hell upset?
no, I was pretty sauce.
Yeah.
It was funny. Before that, we met up with some Leafs fans, and naturally, I don't like the Leafs at all.
Naturally, I don't like the Leafs
naturally,
at
I
all.
don't like the Leafs. Leafs fans are the fucking worst, dude. But also, like, I don't blame them. They haven't won a cup since '67, and also, like, they haven't won a playoff round for, like, what is it, 20
Biggest
years
ECHL
or some
choking
shit?
team of all time.
Like, I want to say it's been since, like, the
So I guarantee you they're not
2003-4
winning it.
season.
I already said it.
Yeah, so, like, I guess I don't
Right.
blame Leafs fans or how they are, but we met up with some Leafs fans before that Predators game and, like, pregame with them, and it was super fun. I remember I put on my story, like, fuck the Leafs, and they were so pissed about it. I was like, dude, chill.
That's
It's
funny.
a joke, dude.
No,
But
Toronto's- I
Nashville's
remember-
fun. You guys been to Nashville?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
So fun, bro.
Yeah,
So
it was fun. It was a good time.
But
I will say,
should we get into the playoff predictions?
Playoff predictions. Do you guys want to do a
I
recap
think
or
Toronto.
not?
I think if Toronto's going to get out of the first round, this is. I mean, last year was the year too with Matthews going off, but I think their hopes are a little bit better this year with their team. But we'll see if they can lift the curse. But
Yeah, I think.
Before we do get into it, how has Matthews looked with them?
well, he was hurt the first half of the season, but he's been heating up and he's been,
He's been
playing
doing well.
better.
Hasn't
He had
Patrick Kane been balling too?
Yeah.
Which is wild. He just didn't want to play for the Blackhawks.
No.
Well,
I mean, I
They
think
know
it's
he's
also
gonna
just
turn
the
out.
team
I mean,
sucked.
that team was
True.
going nowhere.
Yeah, he wanted to play for the Blackhawks. I think that was
It
really
was,
tough
it was
for
about
him to
time
leave.
for him to. It was about time for him to go
It
on.
made sense though.
Spread his wings a little
Dude,
bit.
let me pull up I want to pull up the standings before.
Probably do it
I
on
don't
the
know.
computer.
I
Oh, fuck
still, I still
I
have
can do it right
Jersey
here, too.
winning it. Kind of a ballsy pick, but
Yeah,
Wow. You
You
don't
New
think,
Jersey from the beginning?
dude? You think
Yeah.
Jersey can beat the Bruins?
dude, I
First
don't
of all,
think,
I wanna
think- already
say
said the Bruins.
this is the
I said
weakest
Bruins
I've
are
seen
out
the
second
West.
round.
Oh yeah.
This
Oh,
is the
yeah.
weakest I've
East
seen the
was
West
stacked.
out of like in a lot of years.
I will say the East is
Um,
stacked, but I will. I have said this before, and it's only I
Oh,
only
that's
do
sick.
this
Oh,
really
yeah.
because of Anthony. But I also don't like Boston. I think they're going out second round. I've said this for.
Wow.
And I'm sticking with it. I think they're gonna. They're so good though. They're probably the.
Dude, if this is
Minnesota's
so,
the first seed.
if the
Oldest-
playoffs started today,
Well,
the
one
Pens
of them.
Bruins would be insane. Serious.
Is this the right one?
Yeah, did you see
Dude,
the
like,
did
okay,
you
see,
the,
the thing is,
Minnesota's
it's like,
like one seed?
say
I didn't know that.
the Leafs play the Lightning. That is such a hard tough. That's a
Yeah.
match-up
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
Leafs.
The
Like, I
Lightning's
don't know if
good.
the
The
Leafs
Lightning's
are
still
making
good.
that.
No,
Yeah.
Lightning's kind of dropped off though.
They
Yeah, but
did,
they have that
like,
playoff
also
experience, though.
Vasilevsky is
Yeah,
like
I mean he's.
They have that
How are you
playoff
gonna
experience
beat
though. They've been
Vasilevsky?
to
Yeah.
the cup.
Wait,
quite a
has
few times.
Minnesota been a one seed like all year?
It's the okay. So
Minnesota's kind of a dark horse too.
Was
They're
it
not-
Dallas
Explain
for a while?
this.
hold on.
Explain this.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Kaprizov gets back.
yeah. So 1, 2, and 3 are all separated by a single point.
Oh,
If
okay.
that, like I think after
In the
tonight-
West?
Yeah, in the West.
Okay.
So Minnesota, Dallas, and Colorado are all separated by 1 or 2 points.
Oh, that's
so it's
wild.
really close. But yeah, we can jump in on the first. Let's go top left down and then.
Top left
Yeah.
down and then top
So
right
if we had to
down.
we did this like a month ago, and we'll do it again because
Okay.
Can we actually pick the
this
teams
has
or no?
changed.
Yeah, can we?
Damn, that would have been so
Oh, damn. Okay.
I think
go
it's
down
because
the
they're not
list.
like set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you
It's
when
not
they're set,
solidified
we
yet.
could
Fuck,
find
there's
one.
games probably going on right now.
Yeah.
They're no, I think they're done.
No, they're done.
When does
Sharks
this start, by
lost.
the way?
Sharks
April 17th.
soon.
April
April
17th
17th?
is the first
Yeah.
playoff game.
First
I believe.
playoff game?
Very
No shit.
soon.
Let's
2 weeks.
go.
Okay.
I'm
We're just
I'm
gonna go
fucking
around.
pumped.
Playoff
I am
hockey is
pumped.
so much
Hey,
fun,
dude,
dude.
you know where we should go? You know Liga?
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
They have
that'd be
all
sick.
the NHL games
Oh,
on.
wait,
all
dude,
the
let's do
Yeah.
it. Can they
I'm
do
down.
ESPN Plus there?
Yeah,
or
they have
whatever?
it all.
Dude, that's
Well,
awesome.
so they went from they were a soccer bar in the
Yeah.
morning, but all the European teams don't play at 7 o'clock our time. So
Yeah.
they're like, well, there's no hockey bar. And I've yet to go. I want to go to like.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
I need
so
to start
smart
going to
of
because
that
I see
bar
they have
to switch to
Steelheads.
hockey.
I walk by there
Yeah,
every
they
day.
have
and
the
I'm
Steelheads
like,
game on
that's
too.
Steel. They have Steel. Dude,
Yeah, they'll have the Steelheads game on.
honestly, we're trying to figure out a place to do watch parties for the playoff games. So
That's where
that
No,
could
That'd be
Liga
lit.
definitely does it.
That'd be lit.
I saw it
Yeah,
on.
that'd be
I don't know
great
where I
place.
saw it, but they definitely have the Steelheads
bought
game
the
You
on.
guys just
package.
gave me a light bulb. I'm
Yeah.
fucking
No,
going.
yeah, definitely.
And I talked to
pod.
talked to
Oh,
Trapper
the
about
The
this.
pod's making an appearance to the watch party.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna start with Galli. We're gonna go around. Give who you think's gonna win. We're gonna go top left down and then top right down. So
Got it.
Galli,
Minnesota
Wild.
and Kraken.
Kraken.
Minnesota.
Zach, Minnesota. Cody.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I'm gonna wrap it up with Minnesota. All right, Dallas Stars, Colorado
like
Avalanche.
Ooh,
This is a tough one, but I
tough,
think I know who
dude.
I'm
I
going
think the Avs
Yeah.
I'm going with the
are
Avs.
taking
Yeah.
this.
I know Sean. I
Yeah.
know he wants.
I want. Okay,
I want the Dallas. Like I work under the Dallas Stars organization.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, go Dallas, dude. I want them to win the
Hey,
cup.
they
I
got
should
a-
probably.
They got a
remember.
solid squad too. You
They
know?
do have it, dude. It's just gonna be so.
It's gonna be hard because the
hard
Avs
to beat the
are also
Avs,
very
bro.
talented.
Yeah.
I think.
Like-
Okay, so
They won it last year, right?
They did.
Yeah,
They already had the playoff experience.
Yeah,
But they
Dude,
got
Dude,
hit with
didn't
the
they
injury
get?
bug
Didn't they
quick.
get someone like at the trade deadline? Who was it? I'm trying to think.
Dallas.
I don't.
No,
I
the
don't. Know.
Avs.
I don't know. I don't know if the
no
Avs
one
got anybody.
big named.
I don't know though. Either way, I think. The
I think
Avs
that well,
just-
they got the hit with the injury bug.
They're starting to
in
get
the beginning of the
healthy.
season, and now they're starting to
Soon.
fire on all
Yeah.
cylinders. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
excited
stick
to
with
see
Dallas though. That's who I
Yeah,
think's
he-
winning the
Okay.
cup.
them. Yeah.
I'm going Avs. I'm an Avs fan, so
Yeah,
I want them to win it all.
makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, Vegas.
Ah.
Can't stand.
Okay,
Winnipeg
first of all,
sucks,
it
dude.
should be the Flames in
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
If
This
the
isn't
Flames are in this,
Yeah, the Flames
Still
still
one on
They still got a shot.
NHL.com. So
They still
Oh yeah,
got-
no. Don't get me wrong.
They still got a
It's
shot.
right now. This is correct. The
Yeah.
Winnipeg Jets are 2
Technically
points ahead of the
correct,
Flames,
Yeah,
but
it
the
could-
Flames still got a chance. Okay,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
we still got a chance.
You're hoping.
We still got a
Shut up,
chance.
I
Dangerous.
can't
Go
stand.
Avs.
I can't stand Winnipeg, so I'm going. With
I'd rather
Vegas.
have the Flames in there than Winnipeg. Just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like
Same.
Winnipeg sucks, dude. They've been choking big
boring.
time.
Yeah, I
Choking
know.
big time.
Dude,
They're
same with the
40
Flames,
they're 40
but
and-
I just want the Flames to make the playoffs.
They're 40 and 31, and their record used to be way better. They were in the top 10 of the. I don't think they're in the top 10 any longer. I don't think, right?
who?
Winnipeg. I
Winnipeg?
think
No.
they're like 12th
No,
or
not
13th.
anymore.
But dude, they were firing. I just think they're a choke artist of a team. I
Yeah,
think
no, they're
Vegas
not.
is
I don't
taking
think.
that
I
for
think they're
sure.
fraudulent.
Yeah,
I think the
unfortunate.
Knights.
Galli,
Yeah,
you're
we have
going
to
with
go
I'm going
Vegas.
Knights.
but-
Yeah, Knights.
Vegas.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going
unfortunate,
Vegas.
but yeah, it's
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
Vegas. Word.
Vegas all around.
All right.
This next
Galli,
series, I got a little
who
bit
you
of
got?
about.
Wow, this one I'm taking Oilers. I think that McDavid and Draisaitl would literally
They're so
both of them would outscore the Kings, even if the Kings were
Yeah.
scoring 5-6 goals a
Oilers-
game.
Yeah,
Like it's, I think the Oilers,
Oilers
like if the
goaltending's a little
Oilers
shaky.
can kind of play goalie, like if their goalie can kind of play, I
What
think
happened
like
you just hope
They played
McDavid's
so they
gonna
played-
take them to a cup. Like
They
played
played
well.
the Kings. They beat the Kings 2-0 in the entire
I'm-
Their
season.
goaltender
yeah,
played really
I'm going
well.
Oilers
The
though for
entire
sure.
season, LA has beat them every single game except for tonight.
Oh,
so
Interesting
Oilers,
tidbit
that's a
there.
but
crazy
also
stat right there.
but
This is a new
also-
team though, because when they played the Kings,
they didn't have
they didn't have Eckel,
Eckel. Yeah,
Yeah,
Eckel. They didn't have him.
which he's
Eckel.
Ekholm and Ty
Ekholm.
Berry
Eckel.
would trade to Nashville. I think they've, I don't know, not figured it out on defense, obviously, but I think they've got a new.
I think they got enough
Vibe.
offense to take that series. I mean,
Yeah, same here.
you know, LA's good. They stick around,
Fuck-
but the Oilers
fuck 'em.
got more. I think Draisaitl and McDavid.
Fuck
I
the
mean,
Kings.
McDavid, dude, watching the game, he'd skate
I'm not betting
right
against
past
them.
these guys and just get it.
Yeah,
And
no.
I don't think I can in a series. I don't think I can bet.
Did you
against
see
the
that
Oilers.
breakaway tonight?
They're starting to
You
heat up.
watching it too?
Yeah,
That
McDavid
shit
does
was
it so
filthy.
effortlessly. I just don't think LA has enough talent to win a 7-game series like that. But
They do.
we'll
I
see.
just think Oilers are better.
Yeah,
I'm going
Did you
Oilers.
watch that breakaway?
Yeah.
That shit was so.
All right.
I
fucking
knew he was
good.
going to score as soon as he did.
Yeah,
I was like,
same
well,
here.
there goes my parlay.
Galli, who you
There
got?
goes my parlay.
Boston
Dude,
Bruins.
I'm going
Pittsburgh.
Bruins, I think.
I think
Especially opening round.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough series. I think it could go to 7, but I think Bruins are taking it.
Penguins, they played in the that
think
classic
Bruins in
in
5.
Boston,
Yeah.
and we watched the entire game. And I don't know if they played a shit ton of times this season, but that was the one game I was just like, it's a close game every time they play. It
Yeah.
was 2-1, and Boston won. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, Crosby's so good at 35 years old. It's insane.
Yeah, he was.
insane.
He did.
Insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a good rivalry.
Boston,
too,
I can't. I
got
really
Boston
just
5.
don't like Boston too much, but I have to go with Boston on this one.
They're done.
Yeah, dude.
Like
yeah.
they have the oldest team in the league
Dude,
too.
I don't
30
really
years
like
old
any
average age.
Boston. Yeah, I don't
But
really
they've
like
been playing.
They have
for
some of the
so-
worst fans
They are playing
in the
for
league
so
and just in general, bro.
Oh yeah.
Boston fans are actually horrible.
Yeah.
Shout
Fuck
out,
you,
shout out
Anthony.
Anthony. I was just about to say.
Dude, fuck
I like the
you.
Patriots.
They're not even.
Anthony's got $100
Yeah, sorry,
on
bud.
Boston winning the cup against Hunter Calkins. Put down.
They're
the bet
not
when he
even
was
bad
hammered.
in like the sense of
That's really
like
bad.
Anthony being bad as a
Especially
fan.
$100.
They're literally bad, like as in they're racist. Like they'll literally be like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
I've heard some
Screaming.
shit
I've
about
heard
Boston's
some
a different
really
breed,
bad shit.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like basketball players, like we hate playing in Boston because all the courtside people, if they're not famous, they're yelling n words, slurs,
Yeah, all of
everything, bro. They don't care. They don't care.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Are we
Boston-
unanimous?
Especially with baseball.
Boston's been playing for so long together.
That's just
so
wild to me.
If it's any year, it's going to be this year that they
Yeah.
go far. But I'm still sticking with the second round.
Everyone, Boston.
Exit.
Yeah.
Boston.
Okay. Next, we got Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning. Galli, who you got?
Oh, this one's hard. Why do I feel like the Leafs could pull it off this year? But I think the Lightning are going to win. I'm going Lightning. I think
Exactly.
Vasilevsky is going to turn it up. And honestly, like, dude, fucking the Lightning still have such a good team.
They do,
I
yeah.
think I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with
And-
the Lightning in 7. I think it's gonna go to 7.
Yeah, I think it would go to
I
I
think
think
that's
it's
a
going
good
to be a
pick.
long
Yes,
series,
I
and I'm
don't know.
going with Lightning just because
Better
past
goaltending.
with Toronto. So
Oh,
also
dude, I'm
Tampa
sorry,
Bay-
Toronto.
Tampa Bay, they've been to the Cup, I think, more times than any team on this list in the last 5 or 6
Oh,
years.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I think
Lightweight
Tampa Bay has that
dynasty.
experience. So I think I'm going Tampa Bay. It's going to be a long series, though. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
a back
Yeah,
and
dude,
forth.
and John
Probably
Cooper's
go
such
to-
a good coach, too.
Yeah.
All these second round games are gonna be crazy.
I think it's going to go to Game
Crazy.
7 for sure in that one.
I think Toronto's.
Real question,
These
you
second
know,
round series are gonna be nuts.
yeah, you know Kyle Dubas, the GM. Do you think he's gonna get fired if they lose this
Oh, yeah.
round?
They
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know much
He
about.
has to.
I don't know much about general management or how that shit
Yeah.
works, but I'm assuming like after a while,
Well,
if you
he's
don't
been-
When you
get to a
have to.
certain
I
point,
wonder,
like,
dude.
you gotta
Yeah, I
move
wonder if
on.
he's gonna get fired
A
though.
team
So-
like that, like they've had, like they have a great team, but
Yeah, they just can't win the big one.
Sean, who you got? Leafs.
Toronto.
You got
I
Toronto.
think Toronto's.
Okay,
This
all right.
year.
There you go.
There we go. We got one
This
Toronto.
year.
Fair
I think
enough,
they
fair
they
enough.
have Austin, or not Austin Riley. It's baseball. Fuck.
You
Ryan
picked him, eh?
O'Reilly. Ryan, Ryan O'Reilly. They have Ryan O'Reilly now, who was a called.
That is true.
Yeah, he's a Conn
Selke.
Smythe winner. Yeah,
He's a Selkie winner too.
yeah, that too.
Carolina and
So
the
they've got
Islanders.
some. I don't know, a guy who's been there before. So
That
I
is
feel
true.
like that's going to be a scrappy series
yeah,
between
it's
those
gonna
next.
be. It would go to 7, I feel
Yeah.
like. But
Yeah.
Carolina and the Islanders. I think that's going to be a scrappy series.
Ryan,
too.
who you got? You got Leafs.
I'm gonna go Lightning.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Lightning.
feel like it's a safe pick. I don't watch a ton of hockey. I mean, like I understand, but I
Yeah.
don't know. My gut's telling me Lightning.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dude, with
Um,
this next series,
This is a tough
oof.
one. I think.
Like, I think
You
I'm
got
gonna
Carolina
go
Hurricanes
with the Islanders
New
in
York
this one,
Islanders.
just because I think Sorokin is so good. He's been
Yeah,
playing so. I think he might win Vezina, dude. I think Sorokin is
Sorokin's playing.
insane.
Dude, he played.
Dude.
I watched the.
Like the thing is like they do need some more from their offense.
Yeah.
Like, and they did pick up Bo Horvat,
Yeah.
he's good.
yeah,
A
but
little
He got
overrated,
He
but
got
like,
overpaid.
but like Horvat.
He's pretty
If
good, though.
Horvat, Anders Lee, and Barzal can fucking pick it up, then I think that they have a good playoff team, honestly.
Yeah.
And Islanders are always sneaky in the playoffs, so
yeah.
I'm going to Islanders.
Zach.
I'm gonna go Carolina.
This is a tough series just because like I've watched Carolina over the season a little bit. They're pretty good. They're just consistent. Like they just play really well as a team. But I don't know, man. I think it's gonna go to a Game 7. And I think I'm gonna go with the Islanders here for sure. So,
Didn't one of Carolina's best players get hurt or something like that?
Yeah,
Um,
Sveshnikov, I think, he's
Svechnikov,
out for the
he's-
season.
He's gone. So I don't
I
know.
remember
if
seeing the
Carolina's gonna be able
ESPN
to make a
highlight. I
run.
was like,
He
oh,
tore
shit.
his knee up, I think. Or,
Really?
Yeah, he
or
tore
no,
his ACL.
or-
I thought.
Damn.
Was it his knee or his shoulder? No, his knee. Yeah,
His knee,
he
yeah, his
fucked his
knee.
knee up. That puts a wrench in their
Oh yeah.
I think
'Cause
that
I remember
puts a
seeing
wrench.
that because literally the week before you guys were like, I think the Canes could make it like pretty far.
And then
Yeah.
I looked at
And
the
then I
Instagram
saw that
post
and
in
I was
class.
like,
I
well,
immediately
shot.
texted Sean. I was like, they're done.
Yeah.
I don't think they make it past that first round.
Sean, who you got?
I don't think the Islanders are as good. I mean, they have a great goaltender, but I think Canes in 4.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Damn.
That's the only.
Sean
fair.
coming out with the
That's
ballsy
fair.
picks.
Carolina's
I
still a
could
good
see
team, dude.
the
They're
only
not
sweep
Yeah,
I've
Carolina
seen
is.
in
They're
here
the team
put
still.
together
is
really well.
that matchup right there, or maybe Vegas and
No.
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
could see Boston doing it too, lightweight.
Not against the Penguins.
I don't know, bro.
Any other team?
They've been so
I
dominant.
could,
like,
yeah,
other
I
than
could,
the Penguins.
this is kind of a toss-up of a matchup for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Canes here, even though one of the better players is out.
Fair enough.
Okay.
They still have a great team.
Oh my gosh,
that
this is
jersey.
probably
I love
like
New York.
This is the biggest game.
this would
Yeah.
be such a good
I got Jersey
series.
winning the whole cup, so you know who my answer.
Like Devils, Rangers. Like I'm gonna say this Rangers
Yeah.
because I think playoff experience and they have Patty Kane. I can't believe the Rangers got Patty Kane. I think that's like
And
one of
Tarasenko.
the I forgot fucking forgetting
Oh,
Tarasenko
yeah,
too.
it's like
They got
it goes under the rug because of Pat.
Dude, but then they got Panarin, Panarin and Zibanejad
Panarin's really
alone
good.
are so good, dude.
And New York, they have
got
Shesterkin,
Trouba,
too. as
Shesterkin.
goaltender. Like, he's
That's a sick ass.
What the hell,
Shesterkin.
dude?
such
Like,
a
dude,
good team.
I think the
Shesterkin.
Rangers could potentially win the cup.
Yeah.
Like they, or at least, like it's so hard. Like, dude, the playoffs in hockey are so hard. It's like on paper, it's like but
Yeah, paper never wins.
also like I do think that the Devils are a little inexperienced in the playoffs though, and I think the Rangers are going to take it though.
I think the Rangers are as well. But New Jersey has, what's his name? Matt Hughes?
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes. Doesn't he have a brother that's coming up?
Luke Hughes. He's on
Luke.
what team? Michigan.
He's on Michigan. Yeah,
That's
he
right.
took a
Yeah.
fucking shot.
Yeah, that's why I
He
knew
has
him.
another-
Got lit
he has
the
a-
fuck up.
Really?
Yeah,
He has
dude.
another
He went
brother
off the
on-
bench limping a little bit. He got rocked. I mean, those star players, some of those guys aren't
Yeah, and then
used
Quinn
to getting
Hughes
hit
is
like
on,
that.
Yeah, Vancouver.
Quinn Hughes on Vancouver.
yeah.
He's
But-
really
All
good
three
too.
brothers got drafted in the first round.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Jesus.
Jack is on the come up though, right?
Yeah,
Isn't he the
Jack is
one
pretty
that,
good. I think Jack. I
Isn't
think
he the one
Jack's
that Wayne Gretzky
best.
said could potentially
no.
what's the word that he
He
said?
said he could skate with McDavid, or he could.
No, Connor Bedard's the guy he was talking about probably. Connor
No, he
Bedard's.
said something about
he said
Hughes.
Jack Hughes. He said Jack
No
said,
way.
Not catch up to him. What was the word that he said? It was like
compete with him.
Said he could
Yeah, I guess
compete with him
compete.
at that level at
Yes,
some
yes,
point.
that's
I think he's talking
Yeah.
about McDavid. No way he said that about Jack
no.
Hughes.
I mean, he was comparing him to McDavid.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, he said Jack Hughes is the only one that can
that could
compete
potentially,
with McDavid.
get up there.
Not
as
right
far
now. I think he means in the future.
Yeah.
but-
Interesting.
Um,
I mean, yeah, I think
Talk about a high praise. Holy
Is
shit.
Matt Hughes a fighter or a baseball player? Why did I say Matt?
Matt Hughes is a fighter. UFC. I think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cody, you
So
said
the
you
kid that
got
went to my high school.
Jersey because
I
they're
got
Really?
Jersey.
winning it all.
I mean, I've watched
Not a
Jersey. I
UFC
mean, they don't
fighter,
have like.
Like a random.
I mean, they got Jack Hughes, and I think they still.
They are
dude, I think they
inexperienced.
still have Jordan Stahl on like that second or third line. I
Yeah.
think Devils, and then they got a few other guys. Their goaltender's pretty good. I think. Yeah, they got Timo Meyer from the Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. Jersey's a dark horse, man. They're just consistent, like I said with Carolina, and they're not injured. So,
So I feel like they have a good side of the bracket
think-
to at least make.
Yeah.
and I
The
think
Cup.
with all the
Do.
changes with New York, I mean, like yeah, they're starting to pick it up a little bit, but like
Yeah, no, they're heating up.
I think I mean
Kane
I'm
and Panarin,
I'm
old
hoping.
line mates, are now playing together again.
Yeah, they're starting to pick it
No.
up, but I don't know.
That
I
Lil
still I think
Baby
Jersey
and
takes
Dental.
I think Jersey takes it in a
Such a
pretty
good song.
long series. I think Jersey's gonna shock a lot of people, and they're gonna compete.
You know what
Yeah,
song I'm
yeah,
talking
I know.
about?
I'm gonna go with Jersey
That's a
still. I like I said, I think they're gonna be able to compete. They've been consistent all year, so I'm gonna keep with that and see how they do. We'll see. I mean,
It's
it
solid
could be it
pick.
could be a rough series for them, but I still think they compete. I mean, they've showed it all year, so I think they're pretty consistent.
No, I think it's a solid pick.
All right.
I agree.
Second
I think,
round?
I'm gonna go with Rangers. I think New Jersey's gonna put up a fight though. I think it'll. I could see it
it
going
could
to
come down to
7
experience,
games.
and Jersey just could be lapped out
It's
eventually.
just hard not to like.
It's hard not. Yeah, it's hard for me to pick Jersey right now because of how talented that
And that
fucking
matchup's
Rangers.
locked. They're definitely. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
those
they're
two
definitely
team are
that.
playing for sure. But yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with the Rangers too.
yeah.
I'm a safe pick. I like Patrick Kane, so fuck
Yeah.
it, we ball, right?
All right. What about?
'Kay.
Kelly, who do you think's gonna win the Stanley Cup?
He's
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
win
just go
the Stanley
straight cup.
Yeah. Should we go maybe East versus West first? I think
Yeah.
East.
Do East
Yeah, we'll do
versus West.
East West and then Cup winner of that.
Sure.
Honestly,
look at
I'm
the
going
teams?
with I can. And then what's the very bottom matchup? I think I'm going. Wow, I think I'm going Bruins versus. I think Bruins and Knights go.
Damn.
And it's gonna be a good
Heavyweights.
series, but I think Bruins are gonna take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bruins.
So, I don't watch a lot of hockey.
But besides the Flames,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
with,
if the Flames make it,
besides
they're winning
if the Flames make it,
They're
we're
winning it all.
taking the whole fucking thing.
I'm gonna go with my final four. I think it's gonna be Avs versus Oilers, and then the Rangers versus Boston. And I
That's-
want the Oilers to do it so
That's
bad,
mine too.
but I don't think they're going to. So I'm gonna go Avs versus Boston. I think Boston wins.
Dude, something with my Vegas pick too. I think Jonathan Quick is
He's
going to be
turning it up.
Yeah. He
huge
has been turning it up.
for Vegas.
he's
Like
pissed.
Total disrespect.
dude,
Put him on the worst team in the league like that for what, a day?
yeah. Dude, I think that he
Ridiculous,
had
dude.
like
Didn't
if
he just have
can,
a crazy game?
if he can turn it up in the playoffs,
He had a
it's gonna be
shutout.
like the Vegas
Yeah.
2
Vegas
nights in a row,
Knights
I
are gonna
believe.
be dangerous, dude. Like they're a good team.
I'm gonna kind of jump ahead here, but I have the exact same Final Four as Zach, but I
Yeah.
think the Avs beat the Bruins.
Interesting.
It's my team. Like
Yeah.
you got to pick them. But
I just like experience, especially with hockey.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just, I don't know,
dude, that
basketball and
shit's a
football.
fucking grind. Like
It's just different. I feel like.
yeah, like the,
The
NBA
beauty about
playoffs
hockey,
goes.
though, like, or,
Go ahead.
sorry, what were you
Like the
saying?
NBA playoffs is 7-game series. Like don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like in hockey it's different. Like
No, that's what I was about to say. I was like,
You,
it's-
like,
Your body
beat the shit out of each
Yeah.
other. Whereas like
Oh, yeah.
basketball, like yeah, you play a lot, you run whatever, but like
Yeah.
it's different for hockey.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know. I think like you said, experience is huge, and like the teams that have that experience are gonna make the runs.
Yeah, versus like, dude, I feel like the NBA is so much like it's predictable.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it's so
like,
predictable.
Like when you got like
Who has
these
the
super
Yep,
teams,
they're gonna win.
it's like,
yeah.
dude, except this trade deadline in the
Super
off
teams,
season,
yeah.
I've
wild.
been feeling like super teams happen
yeah,
in the
bro.
NHL now, and I'm like, fuck, dude, don't
No,
let
it's
it
fun to
turn
watch.
into the
A,
NBA, please.
A theme with a bunch of sports. fans.
Especially Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau leaving. Fuck my life, dude. That was
dude, I
so
can't
tough for
believe they
me.
got
That
rid
was so, dude. No, they
When
left.
they signed, yeah.
They left. They didn't. We didn't get rid of them.
that's tough.
Wait, no,
man.
I
That is
thought
tough.
Kachuk got traded.
Well, yeah, because he requested it
Okay, yeah.
after Johnny Hockey
Damn,
left.
that's so tough.
Cody, who you got in your Final
Fuck my
Four and
life.
who you got winning?
I got the Avs, Oilers in that Western bracket, and then I got Jersey, and you know,
Can they do it, Cody?
I'm not picking Boston. I won't fucking do it.
No. Toronto.
I think it's gonna be Jersey, and then I think I pick Lightning, huh?
Yeah.
So
Never mind. My bad.
now we'll do this. We'll change it up here. We'll say fuck Lightning. We'll say Toronto and Jersey,
Bandwagon.
Oilers, Avs versus New Jersey in the Stanley Cup. And I think it's going to be a fucking
Battle.
crazy game. And I want to say Jersey, but I'm really like, dude, that Colorado team, man. You can say what you want, but they got a lot of guys on that team, and they won it last year, and they're starting to get everybody back.
Getting healthy.
Dude, it's a toss up. I want to say Jersey, but I feel like with the experience, if the Avs get there, like they might take it.
Yeah.
So it could be Avs. I think they're really talented. I don't know. I think the West is not. Well,
It's not as strong.
I would say it's not as strong, but now with the Oilers kind of getting better and Vegas still up there, but the East is just so stacked.
Dude, I
Man.
want
It's
the
so
Oilers
hard
to
to
do it
pick a
so
team.
bad.
Like I don't really want to
Just
pick
from
Toronto. I
McGregor.
don't want to pick Boston. Like. So, but I think Toronto, like, I don't know. I think Toronto at least makes it to the semis. I think they got to at least. It's so tough because you're like, God damn it, since what, 67? Since they've been there? So it's like, you
Dude.
feel bad saying that they're only going to make it to the semis again, but.
Well, no, they've been to the.
Or
Cup.
they went to.
Yeah.
They haven't won a cup since '67.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't
But
won
the
a
first
playoff
round,
round.
they
They haven't
haven't
won a
gotten out of the
round
first
for
round
like
in
20
a
years.
long
Yeah.
time, yeah.
20 years?
I think it's
Yeah.
been since, yeah.
I think this might be.
Jesus, that's
When is-
horrible.
yeah.
It's got to be the year.
Let's fact check
Um,
myself
yeah,
right now.
So,
96, 97. Whoa.
I'm gonna say that Central Division, like
Mr. Controversial over here. I like it.
And he's got some good picks though. Cause
Yeah.
I just don't think
Hockey's
the
just
Avs won
is
last year. I
very
don't think it's a
competitive.
bad pick, but
I could also see Dallas winning though.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
It's just so competitive. You could literally pick anyone. Like
Yeah.
there's
that's the thing about hockey,
maybe like
man.
4
is-
teams where I'm like, I don't think they.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one
I
of
know,
those
making
games
these
where it's
predictions,
like,
I'm like, oh my
it's
it's
gosh.
tough.
one of those games where it's like, dude, a team
like
can
March
beat
Madness
another team
2.0.
any night of the fucking
It's
week.
7 games,
Yeah.
or potentially.
You know what
7
I'm saying?
games.
Like,
Yeah.
some team could literally like pop in the playoffs.
It's not like football where you like line up and it's like, all right, that team's gonna win.
Yeah.
like
like-
or you
and
or
also
you
Or at least
football's
you
a
know
long
most of
game.
the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's a 7-game series. You're playing the same team again. Like I feel like you could toss in another, like hockey. You could toss in a team that might not make the playoffs and they could do decent in a
Yeah.
playoff series.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like I think
Yeah.
hockey is one of those games where it's like
Okay, I think
You know.
my final 4. I'm gonna put Dallas and Edmonton,
Mhm.
and then on the East, I'm gonna put Boston against the Rangers. Fuck. I want to put Boston in the Stanley Cup, but okay, this is what I want. I want Rangers versus.
If there's a
Rangers-
year to choke it, it would be this year.
Well, the President's Cup or President's Trophy curse is real. It's like I think
They never win it, right?
not always, but Tampa won. It was the only recent one. Florida won last year. They didn't do shit. The Avs won the year before that. They didn't win the cup. So there's always that. The Sharks did that in 2009.
What's the President's Cup again?
That's the best team in the league.
In the regular
So-
season. Yeah.
If you get the most
I
points,
figured, but I
yeah,
just wanted to
whoever has the
double
most points, ranking wise, gets the President's Trophy.
I remember.
And
you
a lot of
saying
those
that, actually.
teams that win that don't end up doing shit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or just don't win a
Gotcha.
cup. But I think
What
this
happens
Boston
if,
team is a little different. I think they're a little different. But I want the Rangers versus the Stars or Edmonton, and I want the Stars to win just for Joe Pavelski. I want him to win a cup.
yeah, yeah.
What happens if 2 teams have the same amount of points?
I think it goes tiebreakers.
Yeah,
Oh,
Which
There's
is
like
crazy.
a million
no, because
tiebreakers. Some shit.
it's a lot of it has to do with if Boston and Vegas had the same amount of points, if Boston has 53 wins on the year and Vegas has 52, then Boston. will
Oh,
take
I
that.
see.
I
Okay,
also
that makes
just want to
sense.
see Boston lose so I can just go
Rub into
upstairs
Anthony's
to
face.
Anthony's room and just stare at him menacingly for about 5 minutes straight to make him break down.
He won't care.
Dude, I don't even know if he's gonna watch it.
No, he
That's
will.
the thing.
He will. He
He's gonna
will.
pout and then play.
No, he's gonna.
video
No,
games.
you're gonna. He's gonna do one of those things where he. You're right. He's gonna
Gonna pout for
act
a
like
day.
he's gonna act like he's
You're
upset,
right.
but he actually might be upset because he bet Hunter $100.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So he actually might be invested, and
Let's wait for
Hunter's
that.
like Hunter literally shook his hand so fast, like it was right before I showed up to Jordan.
Smart.
And he's like, and Anthony was drunk. He's like, I guarantee you Boston will win the Stanley Cup. I'll bet $100. And Hunter's like, deal. Immediately stuck out his hand. He's like, that's the easiest. He like looked at me when I got there. He's like, that's the easiest $100 I've ever made.
I don't blame him. I probably would have taken that shit too.
I would have. I mean, you never know, but like,
Yeah.
but dude, the NHL is just. I think it's just so
Yeah, it'll be
so
fun.
different
This-
than
I'm
other
excited for
sports.
this,
Like I
which-
think that's what makes it so electric is because
Yeah.
I feel like every team's got some sort of shot at winning a series.
Yep.
And you look at every team, like you look at hockey scores, you look at like throughout the season. Yeah, they're not playing each other game in game out, you know. But I mean, scores are different. You get shitty teams that beat good teams. You get big, you know, really good teams that beat shitty teams. It's always up and down. So I'm excited for this season.
Yeah. So I have an announcement actually. Well, I've told all you guys, but I haven't told anyone that's listening. But I have a new job, but I'm starting on Monday. So I can actually
Yes,
watch these
sir.
games because
Fucking
I'm
right.
fucking be getting off at 8 p.m. every night. And I
Yep.
can't fucking watch hockey because I'm working. But I'm going to be off at 5 or 6 now. But it's for NCSA, which is Next College Student Athlete. And basically it's like I'm going to be calling people that families that have interest in their kid wanting to play collegiately. I give them a rundown of what we do. What that rundown is, I don't know. I start on Monday. But yeah, pretty much reaching out to kids and families and just trying to get them on board.
Oh yeah.
Congrats, man.
Get
That's
him
awesome.
Get him to
Congrats,
Saban,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Get him to play in front of the
Get
big
him to
guy.
save
And
it.
it's a lot of collegiate sports. It's not just football. It's
Yeah.
They have like all the way
It's
down
everything.
to fucking tennis to
That's sweet.
college football to everything.
Oh yeah.
That's dope. Congrats.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
dude.
excited.
Congrats,
You
brother.
deserve it.
You have something too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too.
Yeah.
I now am going to start creating content for the broker that does the Boise Boys show. I don't know if you guys have seen the show Boise Boys. It's like the show on HGTV where they flip houses in the Boise area. Their broker, I met her in line while we were hammered at Pie Hole, and she gave me her phone number because she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the broker for them," and I was like, I asked her straight up, I was like, "Do you guys do internships?" And she was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Sick, like what do you want me to do?" And she's like, "Actually, I want you to work with like our marketing team, and I like the content that you put out," because I told her about this podcast actually and some of the Yaz gaming stuff that I do, and she was like, "That's all stuff I want to do, so I'm going to create content for them part-time and get paid to do it." So I'm kind of hyped.
Yes, sir. Congrats.
It was just kind of cool to like,
Fuck yeah, buddy.
I used this podcast to help
No, yeah, dude.
get a job.
Hey, you
eventually.
never know
Yeah.
who you meet in line, you know?
I know. It's just
Good
it was kind of
opportunity for
crazy.
you.
So.
And at Pie Hole of all places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Dude.
mean,
so
Let's go.
Shout
wouldn't
out.
want it any other way.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, brother. Fuck yeah.
but yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add?
So, Galli, I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so
Hey,
much,
thank you
brother.
guys so
seriously,
much.
Thank you, bro.
Some fucking amazing shit. Not gonna lie. That's
Yeah,
This is a
probably
great
one
podcast,
of my
man.
favorite ones.
Yeah, guys, I
100%
would.
probably up there for best podcast.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you on again. Maybe
Yeah,
some-
Hey, I got a lot more shit to say.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I feel like it's gone by way too
Reaching
quick,
the
you know.
Seriously, man.
Barely
So,
reaching
and you know, I love talking sports with you guys. You guys are very knowledgeable in that,
Yeah.
and you know, also you guys are great people. So,
yeah.
just want to say you guys have a kick-ass podcast. I enjoy it. I watched a lot, and
So I appreciate you
Um,
watching and like being
yeah.
a viewer.
Yeah.
yeah,
First,
dude.
Helps us out
supporting.
a
Oh
lot,
yeah,
man.
of course,
Now coming
and
on,
you
so.
got to support the homies, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Hell yeah,
you know,
brother.
and
Appreciate that.
and yeah, you guys got a good group of guys here, so I'd love to be back on. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah, of
guys,
course,
you
we'll
guys are,
definitely have you back on.
you guys
You
are,
gotta
you guys are,
actually, you gotta play pickup with us when we go out.
dude, yeah,
Why haven't you guys
100%.
picked pickup?
Dude, we should fucking mic ourselves up for pickup and
Dude,
chirp.
that would
We
be
have the
so
mic.
We should
sick.
fucking do
We
it.
have the mic.
Dude, let's do it. Let's do it.
That'd be so
We're gonna get in a fucking fight,
We're
dude.
going on Sunday. We're going on Sunday at 7:30.
7 or okay, Sunday. Fucking A, what am I doing on
There's still
Sunday?
tickets available. I bought mine today. There's 18. So
7 o'clock?
Bro, I think it'd be
18.
fun.
No,
I'm
18
fucking
still
down,
left.
dude.
Galli,
do
do
it.
you golf at all?
Here and there, I suck at it though. I need to get
I
better.
mean, don't we all?
I need no, dude, no.
Horrible.
I'm
I
so
say, I
bad.
feel like you'd be hella fun to go on the golf
Oh, yeah.
scramble with.
Dude,
Fun.
Little golf scramble.
I'm
missing one,
fucking
too.
down. I'm
With Keith?
Be 1, 2,
down,
3, 1,
boys.
2, and then if Keaton plays, that'd be 3 and 3.
Yeah, and then we can have 3 cards.
That'd be fun.
I think it'd be
Um,
hella
That'd be a lot
fun.
of
so in. I'm so in.
God,
We just shoot the shit and video it.
I
I'll probably
am
call them
so
actually
in.
tomorrow.
Keith?
Oh, do you work next Saturday?
I don't know if we should do the scramble just yet because I can't play. Like
I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
get
the whole
out.
get the
point,
rust
though,
off.
right?
I gotta get out and play.
no,
nine.
we got to get the rust
know?
off.
Well, I want
Yeah,
the
yeah,
weather
we
to be
do.
better,
We got to get
like,
the rust off for
It's
sure.
supposed to
I
be
guess
60.
Next
Sunday.
Saturday's supposed to be
No,
60.
no,
Yeah.
I
it's
don't know if
got
I
to be
would.
like 80 and sunny and.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sweating
saying.
our balls off.
Let's wait more spring.
No,
May.
let's just wait.
Okay.
Hit me in May.
Okay.
And we'll
Well, we should
It'll
let's
be
get
our
out to the
warm-up
driving
round.
range,
Yeah.
get
Well,
warmed
yes,
up.
we should.
I've already
okay.
gone to the range once. You
We
guys are
should
fucking
play-
slacking.
Oh, we did too, but
Shit,
I already
BJ
played.
gonna
We were there
help
for
me
10
at
minutes.
this
We
point.
should definitely play on Saturday for sure.
actually, we were there for 10 minutes, and the head of my club went flying into the range.
Yeah. His
It was
driver.
wild.
Do you know who
No
that is?
shot.
Do you know who that is?
Who?
The Manny Bali, whatever.
I have no clue who that is.
We ball.
Garbage.
Hey, fuck it, we
Damn,
ball.
bro, that hurts my feelings.
Hey, well, with that being said, thank you everybody for watching.
Yes.
Close it out, yeah.
Thanks to Galli again.
Thank you so much,
Galli, do you have
everybody that's
anything you want to
watched.
plug besides the fights?
Dude, yeah, Front Street Fights coming up on July 28th, 29th. Steelheads playoff games coming up on 19th and 20th of April
Be there,
next
do
month.
swear.
Go Steelheads.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Honestly, go Hooligans as well. We won
Yes,
the
beer
beer
league
beer
champs, right
beer
here,
league
dude.
champions of the B League Ice World Hockey League. So yeah, just shout out Hooligans. And you know, also shout out just Steelheads organization for.
Oh, yeah, man.
I know I talked about that a lot, and you know, shout out Brett Countryman also for you know, recommending me and giving me that opportunity. He's having a great time in Wilkes-Barre Scranton. He's working for the Pens affiliate now.
Nice. Good for him.
But yeah, big shout out to him and the organization, just because, you know, really have changed my life in a lot of ways, and you know, I'm really kind of following my dreams now. So shout out
Yeah,
them.
that's awesome.
But yeah, I guess fuck it. I guess that's all I got to plug. You know,
let's go.
let's get after it. Let's get some let's get some pickup going on Sunday,
yeah,
and let's get that scramble going too. Eh?
What was
Hey,
that?
like and subscribe.
Mhm.
Please share it with everybody you know.
Listen on Spotify. Thank you for listening through all
yeah.
this.
We're on those too.
Shout out our Spotify listeners.
You know,
I know we got a bunch.
Follow us on all socials.
get people to
Subscribe.
watch. You know,
Do
That
everything.
being said,
subscribe.
we will
Thank you
catch
so
you
much.
later.